Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? How is everyone? Happy New Week. It's almost the 4th of July, y'all queens. It's almost another off day, and that's what I'll be waiting for, more off days from work, okay? Look, I know. I am in live since last week, Wednesday, okay? But guess what? I'm here today, okay? We were live last week. I did not have a thumbnail then. I made one today, okay? Because I forgot to make one last week. See, we was live last week, Wednesday. I took a little weekend off. Well, maybe it was Thursday. I don't remember. It was one day last week. I reviewed The Polygamist, though. Did y'all watch my review for The Polygamist? I did that in the meantime, in between time. And then yesterday, while driving to work, I reviewed House of Dragon, season 3, episode 1. I know a lot of y'all don't watch it, so I'm only really doing a quick little recaps on the car conversation because I love the show. Okay, so if you watch House of the Dragon, I did recap season 3, episode 1, real quick. It's like 10 minutes, I think I did, or whatever. And then today we have these people. Okay, today we have these people. Girl arrested, went to jail. Did you do that to her? I think you did it. Anyway, look, I miss y'all. Did y'all miss me? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, share this video. Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And y'all know to comment in the comment section because why? I asked you to. I asked you to. It's the thing to do. Please and thank. Like, my blowing weird. I don't know why I look so dark in the back. It's not even dark, and it's not dark. It's not even dark at all. But how is everyone? Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Look. Okay, I know you ain't never live. You be live like once a week. You be look, I be living life, y'all. Look, I be on vacation from work, and now like I don't feel like doing no video. And if ain't looking to discuss, I be chilling, okay. But I promise I come to y'all at least once a week. At least once a week. Okay. And and because I'm also doing premieres. I'm not always live. Okay, so even if I'm not live, as I said, I did The Polygamist. I think I put that up on Friday or Saturday. I did House of Dragon on Monday. Okay, so you can't say you been gone, Jaylee. You ain't been around here, Jaylee. I mean, technically, I haven't been live since last week, but I put out content. Okay, then I popped on live Friday for like 8 minutes. Because I wasn't feeling well, child. I was laying around or whatever, and I was testing the YouTube's live. This is a StreamYard live. Okay, it's on YouTube, but I'm using StreamYard. So I'm like, oh, look at what you can do on YouTube live to see if it's any better. I hated it. Okay, it was on there for 7, 8 minutes. Did not know how to look at comments. It was done. So again, I be popping up and popping out. So y'all can't blame me if y'all don't see me. Blame yourself or YouTube. I don't know. Okay, but I'm happy y'all here. Okay, liking and all that stuff. Y'all know to please hit the like button. Okay, it's the thing to do. So hello to everyone. Okay, and the stuff for us to discuss today. It's good. Okay. Happy birthday to Angel Baby. Happy birthday to you. Okay. I wouldn't watch the I don't know what happened. The polygamist, show on Netflix was amazing. It was ratchet and drama and love and hate and foolishness all up and through. Now, what I did not know was I did not know there was also like a regular version in their native tongue, like in South African speak. I watched the dubbed over English version of it, but I feel like if I would have known, I could have watched it in the regular language and just had the subtitles. I would have watched that because it was good. Okay, 22 episodes. Okay, I said, girl, look, I need to watch some more South African shows because it was good. Okay, I got the binge House of Dragon. I did not watch Game of Thrones in real time for seasons like 1 through 4, maybe. I think I got up Game of Thrones around season 5, and I've been hooked ever since. Okay, so I did Game of Thrones. Okay, I did season 1 and 2 of House of the Dragon. I did the show. This is called the Seven Kingdoms, the Seven Knights. The new show with Dunk and Egg. I did that show too, and with season 3 of House of the Dragon started Sunday night. It was just such a good look. I was like, I like it. I like it. I love it. Um, it's possible because I do have the first few episodes on my DVR. I just haven't watched them. I'm trying to get back into reviewing shows for fun. And I think that's why I kind of was slacking at YouTube because I was like, it gotta be fun, okay? And I will probably watch I think I have like 4 episodes on my DVR. I may watch them and review them in one little video and then premiere that. So again, it's even if I'm not live, I'm still premiering videos. Because of my life, my schedule out, and my ego, because I be tired sometimes. I don't want to do it. You guys will probably get more premieres than lives because I do a 3-hour live after working 8 hours at work, and I'll be tired. You know what I'm saying? So, again, if I'm not on live, it's still probably a video uploaded, but you have to go watch it. Okay. Yeah, I probably will do a Love After Lockup review because I want to see the foolishness with the 3 people and whatnot. So you may get that. Okay. Yes, the verses, we'll get into that in 1 second. My Mr. People. I got the NBA draft as well. See, get it all, baby. But again, hello to everybody. Hello to y'all. Game of Thrones was really good. I watched it, and I feel like whatever the last season was, I still have like 2 or 3 episodes to watch. The new season will Lestat and them It's like current times, and the dude is like a celebrity. I haven't gotten into that yet. I have not, mainly because I want to finish watching whatever the last season was. So we got to see about that. But a little bit. Okay, but again, hey to y'all. What about it? No. I'm not a Big Brother watcher. It's weird. It's weird. I feel like when you sit and watch people live on TV, it's like for what? I don't know the people. They be born in the house. At one point, it was some gaming shit. I don't know what it is. Even the celebrity versions that had like Kandi and Tamar. I didn't watch that either. Did not. But again, you know what I'm saying. But it depends. Hey, how you doing, sir? Is the Polygamous on Netflix because I put the cancer? Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, and I think I was watching. What was I watching? I was watching something else on Netflix, and I was watching something else. And whatever I was watching, I don't know if it was a TV show or whatever it was. Whatever I was watching on Netflix, when it ended, I felt I was watching like the worst ex ever, something. And I kept seeing the promotional thing for, I'm like, the polygamous. I'm like, I don't know. But I seen black folks. I said, what's black people? Let me look. But when I seen it was 22 episodes, I said, no, I'm not. I can't do that. Can't do that. So I had seen it, probably when it premiered. And I ignored it. Because I'm like, bitch, you got time to watch 22 episodes of anything. I'm like, no. I'm like, I know what it is. He got some wives. I don't care. And then I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it. And then Ashley was on TikTok talking about it, and then him mentioned it in passing. I was like, yes, I've been here, but I may watch it. And then because I had the weekend free, I started watching it like Thursday night, and I'm like, bitch, this is good. And because each episode is like 25 minutes, I thought it was like 22 episodes or 45 minutes. I was like, I don't have time to watch, a 45-minute, 22 episode thing. Hell no, I don't know. That's why I don't really like binge watching old shows. But I don't want to watch can you imagine like a Grey's Anatomy was got an hour show that got 30 fucking episodes? I ain't got time for that hoe. And then when I seen it was just like 20 something minutes of it. On Netflix, you can put it on like 1.5 speed. Bitch, I watched that shit at 1.5 speed and was hooked. And the reason I think now there's also two versions. It is they're from South Africa, so they have the version of them that's in their native tongue. And it's like in their native tongue and a little bit of English. So you can't watch it. You can't listen to it. You have to watch the subtitles. Well, they also have the regular version. Well, they have a version that has the voice dubbed over in English. I watched the version that was dubbed over in English. So I was able to, fully get it. But I would rewatch it in their native tongue just to see how the actors emoted the conversations or whatever. Because it was bitch. I would bitch. First of all, I would have killed John, and because it was transferred from their language to English, I feel like I was mispronouncing their names because I think the guy name was Jonasy and not Jonas, and I don't know. Anyway, I don't care. It was good. Okay, it was good. I'm so excited about the season because it should be the queen. What queen? On House of Dragon? Or you mean maybe Individual Empire. They're gonna have Queen Akasha on there. I heard that, and I know the one who's playing Queen Akasha for me is always Aaliyah from the movie. I can't think of right now, but yeah, I'm gonna try to watch the last episodes of whatever the last season was, and then get into the new season what it was. But yeah, we have to see. But hello. What I watched It's on my list. And then on Netflix, let me see. So what's on my list? I got a ton of shit on my list that I watch. Yeah, I do have I Will Find You. I heard it was good. And for most Netflix shows that I watch, if I like it, I'm gonna review it. But it's gonna be a little upload. Because y'all know I also did the maternal instincts Netflix thing. I did that. I might, I don't know. I Will Find You right here, child. It's something else but the truth and tragedy of Mariah Wilson with some true crime shit. I like true crime stuff. I do. I do. Anyway, y'all, let's get into, because guess what I did? I did something. And so that means we have things to discuss. We have things to get into. So thank y'all for being here. Make sure, again, to like the video, to share the video, all that stuff. Make sure you are subscribed. Again, I know I've been gone since Wednesday or third. I don't know. Like, girl, since whatever my last live was the 17th. So I've been gone for a minute. But I'm here now. Okay, I'm here and whatnot. Okay, but as I told y'all, even if I'm not live, it's content up. Okay, I be uploading things, and YouTube sometimes will not tell y'all, hey, there's a premiere. Well, not even a premiere. There's an uploaded video, so you have to look like this once a little day. Once a little day. That's it. That's all. Okay. Boom. But let's get to the peoples. Okay. Now, it was so much foolishness going on. And I tried to make stuff be in some kind of order. So for the most part, the shit is in order. Okay. I want to start here. So I seen this and I'm like, oh, the baby got a little curly hair. That's fine. The baby got a little curly hair. That's fine. Then the baby bald. I said, now, first of all, what happened? What happened to baby hair? Okay. Now, when people be co-parenting, when you are co-parenting with somebody, I want the screen to be bigger. Hold on. Because y'all, you see me all the time. Okay, you see me all the time. But I want y'all to be able to see this a little bit more than me. So when you are co-parenting with somebody, okay, when you're co-parenting with somebody and they shave the baby's head, okay, again, a whole bunch of hair, okay, a whole bunch of little curly hair, okay, it's some water on it and whatever, and the boy came back bald. Now I'm like, why would anyone do that? Okay, then the lady said, my baby daddy shaved my son's head. Okay, now I was like, now did you not know? How did we get here? Now I've seen in the black community, okay, for the most part, no one cuts the baby's hair, at least the boy hair for sure. No one cuts the baby's hair until like 1 or 2. You don't really want to cut the baby's hair when they so young. Okay, it's weird. And wait, what? This can mean a whole lot, but I'm assuming. I don't know what. Can you elaborate, sir? Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, because I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, I didn't know, but no. So the mama then put up a little post, and that was not supposed to get all the views. Y'all, I took the first 2 clips while doing his hair, detangling, wetting, and adding curl cream before dropping him off for the Father's Day at 10 a.m. Again, 10 a.m. at the daddy's house. Okay, I got him back at 6 p.m. completely bald. I would have punched. No, I would have punched my baby daddy in the throat, because why would you cut my child? Again, it ain't, because again, it wasn't a simple haircut. The baby is bald. The baby looked like he had cancer. Okay, you made my child a cancer baby. It was weird. But she said, I yelled at the baby daddy in the parking lot. My son is half white, half Haitian. The only justification he gave was that my son has dandruff and needed a haircut. Not saying was the dandruff or was the lice. Which one was it? Because I was like, because this is my thing. To my knowledge, Black people don't get life. I don't know of not nan black person who had life. I'm like, well, why would a baby daddy cut the baby hair off because he had daddy? That is he needs some moisture, this tent. You don't shave a baby's head for dandruff. Okay. I posted it because I thought it was kind of funny that I had pre-recorded the video of his hair. I do believe that in a co-parenting scenario, it should be a joint decision, since as we have joint custody. I would not have been mad about a trim, y'all, but he was even bald when he was born. I would have absolutely been pissed because, I mean, I just don't understand how you shave the babies. Like, did you get a razor and like shaving cream? That's a ball. Okay. And I'm like, the baby hair look irritated. And probably from, whatever you used to cut it. But why would you not call a mom and say, hey, the baby got all the dandruff, okay? The flaking all over the place. I think he needs a haircut. I'm going to shave his head bald. Is that okay? Let's have a conversation. But to bring back a curly hair baby as a bald-headed baby, I think that is a rule which will go into place saying you can't get my kid on because you make too many decisions too quickly. Like, and yes, hair goes back, that's not a big deal, but I'm like, but why bald? And if you're Haitian, the baby don't even look old, child. The baby look 1 or 2 because it can walk. But a bald baby, girl. So I wish you would show the daddy. What does he look? What do he look like? What does his hairline look like? Is he bald too? Is it receding hairline? Is he cockeyed? I just feel like no one, mother or father of a child, should do anything in retaliation to the other parent. And if you have to physically change something on a haircut, an ear piercing, hell, if the baby need the eyebrow shaved because they got some paint and whatever it may be, I still feel like there should always be a conversation with the other parent. Okay, and you can be a sole parent and whatever, but you can't be out cutting hair all willy nilly. I beat his ass. I will be pissed too. Girl, don't touch my baby's hair. Don't touch my baby's hair. Okay. Now, Amazon. When I was like, is he high? The Amazon driver drove straight across the people's lawn. Now, there is no driveway that's usually grass. Okay. And if you look closely, they have a really nice lawn. And this lady out here, child, and did not care. Walked on the grass, drove on the grass, okay, and then pulled off. I don't get how high you are or how distracted you are to think it wasn't even a straight line. You drove clear across the people's lawn to make their tire marks. My dad loved the yard. If my dad had footage of somebody driving their car across the grass, I'm pretty sure he would have found out who they were and went to their house and probably just set the lawn on fire. I can't imagine coming home to tire marks in the yard and then checking my cameras to see a drunk or high or slow person drove across the grass. And the fact of the matter is, there's a full driveway you could have used. Like, at what point there was no reason for you to drive across the grass? None. Even if you're pregnant, look, I get it. You pregnant, you tired, or whatever. That don't give you no right to drive across someone's grass. Now, let's say by chance the driveway was blocked. Okay, I would leave the package at the curb. I would never drive across someone's grass with my car to drop off a itty bitty box. Would not, because to me that's just disrespectful. That's destruction of property. You destroyed my lawn. You have destroyed my, I gotta wait for the grass to grow again and then hope and pray your tires not fuck up the dirt. I need folks to just use common sense sometime to not, be kind of crazy. Okay. Also common sense. Common sense. A woman said she was kicked out of a restaurant for smelling like weed because that's an offensive odor. I already side with the restaurant.
And unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have it here. Okay?
Your red hair isn't professional for this restaurant either.
I apologize.
Not his hair. Not his hair. Not perfect, bitch. His hair don't have nothing to do with you coming. Look,
That's out because we smell like weed. It's crazy.
And unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have it here. Okay?
Your red hair isn't professional for this restaurant either.
I apologize.
Now his hair can't catch this tree. It's crazy. Today I was leaving the house, and as I'm walking through our hallway to get to the parking lot, there was a guy sitting on the stairs. He had his phone. What it was? He had his phone playing loud music in the hallway of our building, and he was sitting on the stairs smoking a blunt. And I was like, fuck the... And because when I opened the first door, wait, am I frozen? Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Wait, am I frozen? Oh, I can hear myself. I know. But when I was walking out my door, I smelled a strong weed smell. And then I thought it was because I walked past someone's apartment. But then when I opened the door and I was like, wait a minute, somebody sitting. This nigga is sitting here, this smoking the whole thing. And here in a complex, smoking weed in common areas is against the rules. You're not supposed to smoke anything that means the hallways, in front of anybody else's apartment, in the laundry room. You're not supposed to smoke anywhere. And I'm like, I can't believe he's sitting in the hallway smoking a whole blunt. So then when I walk past you, now I could smell like, wait, I gotta go to work. I feel like when you are at a restaurant, if you should not come in there. I hate being somewhere and I have to smell someone else's weed smell. I don't like the smell of weed. I don't. I think I ever have. I don't mind folks smoking in an outside space where the wind is blowing, but you should not come into any enclosed space smelling like weed or like crack or anything else that you may smoke. I don't care. Okay, and it is offensive because weed has a very, very, very strong smell, and it can make some folks sick. And I just would not want to be sitting at a nice sit-down restaurant with good old linens, okay, good old glasses, little steak, little asparagus, little baked potato, and you at the table next to me smell like just pure weed. So I feel like it's their right to say, hey, you can't be in here. Okay, you can't be around here, and because I feel like you can't. You should not be. Yeah, be like crack cocaine. You should smoke crack. But it's weird when people don't smell it themselves, or they're offended that someone else is offended And if the restaurant, like, hey, you can't come in stinking either. It is an offensive odor.
Putting us out because we smell like weed is crazy.
I'm fully on the restaurant side. I don't think anyone should come into a enclosed space, a restaurant, a gym, or whatever it is. No one should do that because Chloe told y'all it stinks. I told y'all the one time I think I smelled crack. It was because I told my ex back in the day, back in the day. My ex was a drug dealer. My friend mama was a drug user. And I'm like, they went in a bathroom one time, and I'm like, was she in there smoking crack? Because I have never smelled that smell before. It stinks. And I'm like, I assume that's what crack smell like. You know what I'm saying? And so it's weird to me that anyone would go to a restaurant like with crack. Well, I've never even smelled it on you. So it's not even your clothes, which is a good thing. But some folk be like, it's just nasty. People that recording being wrong, and I think they said the comment section of her video was going in on her, because girl, look, if I get some folk like to smoke weed and get a little hunger, eat some food and be a little high and get the munchies. I get that, but girl, go put your burger on your island. You should not go get high and then go to a sit down, elegant restaurant. They're gonna put you out.
Unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have that here anymore. Okay?
When they got thick ass menus, they're gonna put you out. When they have wine glasses,
your red hair isn't professional.
They're gonna put you out. Okay. When they have table linens, they are going to put you out.
This restaurant,
I apologize.
Putting us out because we smell like weed is crazy.
And she sound like she high. CVS. Okay, CVS. Security officer calls woman a lion, not a lion trick, for stealing.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Come on. Like, you're aggressive on me, but you're pulling out pepper spray? Okay, you're doing all this, but you're pulling out pepper spray for what? Get my back. Like, what's this away from me? Come on. Ain't shit my bag. You're not.
Why is anybody in CVS with a... What? Why she got a suitcase?
Taking all of that.
Ain't nothing in my bag. I'm not opening. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not opening.
Come on.
I'm not opening.
Let's go.
I'm not opening nothing.
Cereal, bowl.
I don't got no cereal.
You're a lying ass trick.
Okay, well, let me be a lying.
You a lying ass trick. Is he from the hood? Little bit. But again, why is anybody coming? Maybe because if you catch the bus from school to the house, okay, and the bus let you off right by the CVS, and you may want a little snack. Maybe you took it because okay, but still, I would not go in CVS with a little luggage thing and a little tote. That's too much.
I got tricked. Let me get up out of here.
No.
What the f are you talking about? I don't got no cereal.
It's your call.
You moved the cereal where I put it at. I put the cereal over there, and you moved it. You think you slick? That's why you brought the cereal up the first time. You're dumb as fuck. You're dumb as fuck. I put the cereal right there where you put the dog and then you moved it. You so slick, huh? No, call 911. How about that? Call 911. How about that? Call 911. How about that? If you want to call, you can.
I don't know what a sign when that ain't me. Was she cussing that bad?
Let them see what they say.
Get the fucking gun. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Look, I'm not on anyone's side. I'm gonna say this for sure. If I'm somewhere and somebody accused me of stealing, and they say, "Hey, let me check your bag," check it. Because when I prove I didn't steal you, I'm gonna sue you. I'm not trying to be fussing with no fucking body. If you say you stole a box of cereal, where, bitch? Look at my bag. Where is it at? Because when I prove I did not steal anything, I'm going to then sue you. But I feel like when people want to be all upset and bitch, I think so. I think they may be here. I think they may. Let me see if I can find a video. I think they might be here. Let's see. Oh no, this was in. It said it was in L.A. Early morning, see it downtown in Los Angeles. Oh, this is child. This is where it came from.
Open it.
Like, what's this situation?
Come on.
Ain't shit about that.
You're not taking all of that.
Ain't nothing about that.
You're not telling shit.
I'm not opening. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not opening.
Come on.
I'm not opening.
Let's go.
I'm not opening nothing.
Huh? Cereal, bowl.
I don't got no cereal.
You're a lying ass trick.
Okay, well, let me be a line ass trick. Let me get up out of here.
Let's go now.
What the f are you talking about? I don't got no cereal.
It's your call.
You moved the cereal where I put it at. I put the cereal over there, and you moved it. You think you slick? That's why you got the cereal in reverse.
The moment she said I put the cereal over there, meaning she was trying to steal something, and once she realized I'm being watched, she put it back. Again, you can't be around here trying to steal. And life is hard, time is hard, things is expensive, gas is expensive, food is expensive, everything is expensive. So some folks may steal or whatever. But once you get caught, you can't argue about being caught. Because once you said you saw where I put it back.
You're dumb as fuck. You're dumb as fuck. I put the cereal right there where you put the dog shit, and then you moved it. You so slick.
The man said, let her leave. Let her, the cereal, her socks, her shorts, her scarf, let her go.
No, call 911. How about that?
Get out. Come on, get out.
Call 911. How about that? Call 911. How about that?
If you want to call, you can.
It must have been a lot of cuss words because they blocked all that out.
Let us see what they say.
And anyone carrying a pulley is stealing. Yeah, once you choose to carry your carry on, you're stealing. Okay, you're stealing. But again, I just need folks. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're not good at thieving, don't be no thief. Okay, and if you did not steal, and they're accusing you of stealing, but you know you did not do it, let them look dumb and open up your bags, and then sue them for false accusations. But you can't fuss and argue by refusing to open up your bag if you, because I don't, bitch, here in my ear. Bitch, I ain't stole nothing out of the motherfucker. Fuck you, hoe. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, but that's how I cuss folks out. It's just weird because I don't get offended like that. I'm okay. I stole something. Okay, cool. Look at my bag. Go look at my bag. And when you see I did not steal anything, lawyer. Walmart cashier arrested after the video caught her stuffing the elderly man's. Oh, you stole a man lottery ticket for $2,700. A Florida cashier is facing charges after she allegedly took a winning lottery tickets from an elderly customer trying to get his payout. Girl, now why would you do that? Okay, a 40-year-old Tamika Hall was working at a Walmart convenience store in DeLand, when a customer came in to cash. Now, first of all, I don't play the lottery. So you cash your lottery tickets at the stores? Is that what they do? I don't be playing. Because if I won $2,700, you don't have to go to it's not like a lottery division, like a lottery department store, or do you just go to wherever you bought the ticket from? I just wonder, because I would not want to go to my local store. What's Walmart? It's Walmart. Wait, it's under some. Oh, okay, it's under some amount. Not her edge said she got a whole bunch of ends though. Her ends is real thick. But again, the couple tried to cash a $2,700 lottery ticket. They said Hall explained how he could claim his winnings, but did not return the receipt needed to redeem. Oh, hey, sir. It costs, we don't have the 2,700 here. You had to go down to the office, child, bring your ticket, blah, blah, blah. But she kept the receipt he would need to get the prize. So again, she told him how he's supposed to get his winnings, but she did not return the receipt needed to redeem the prize. Okay. Hours later, the man realized he never received the receipt and returned to the store to get it. The video showed her folding the receipt and placing it into the left pocket of her uniform vest before leaving. Bitch, I'm leaving. But here's the thing: you have a full job, benefits. I'm assuming Walmart got good benefits. Okay, good benefits, a regular paycheck. You risk that for a quick 2,700. Bitch, there are cameras everywhere. Do you think no one? You think he would not know he was there and he didn't? Girl, it's just stupid. It's dumb. Okay. Again, she pocketed the ticket, left work. Okay. Later she told deputies she became distracted by the customer and placed the receipt in her pocket, intending to give it to her manager, but never did. Okay. The ticket was recovered from her vehicle before she was arrested on felony grand theft charges, and she no longer works for Walmart. Again, for what? Again, I know time is hard. I understand it in full. I'm not knocking anyone who is struggling and they like, hey, it's a lick. But look, you have to let it be worth it. Because you now are fired from Walmart, can't work at none other Walmart. Okay, your edits is all out in the open right now. Okay, you're arrested right now. Okay, you ain't even get the money. Did not even get the money. So what was you thinking? What was you thinking? Now let's say you at work and somebody you find an envelope on the floor and it had money in the bag. If you that's fine as keepers. But if someone say, hey, I got a ticket here, I think I won, you can't keep it, try to keep it for yourself and then get surprised. Oh, you knew what you were doing. And now you locked up. Okay. For no reason. Well, for stealing. Okay. Be smart. Be smart. Okay. More stupid shit. Why is all the inmates in Louisiana getting out? Okay. Louisiana inmate caught on camera escaping the freedom. Not the freedom. For a second time. Not the first time. Uno, dos. Okay. He was later found hiding under a truck and deputy got fired who was overseeing him. Now, is he climbing the fence? In the outfit? No, child recording this. Police. And the flip, girl. So an inmate in prison slide-ins flipped over the fence. Flip, child, handcuffs and all. Now I don't even understand how we have heard about more inmates escaping this different prisons and jails and holding cells in Louisiana than I've heard of anybody else. Okay, in the Tangipahhoa parish, deputy has been fired and 2 employees have been suspended after an inmate escaped from a courthouse last week. According to reports, 19-year-old Donnie Stevenson and 6 other inmates were being escorted into a transfer van, but Stevenson stayed at the back door while others boarded. Stevenson then waited until the van left before taking off by climbing over a loading dock. Did y'all not count the inmates? I feel like even on a class trip, you have to count 1, 2, 3. Like it's only 6. This is the thing. I can get it if you have 70 inmates. You lost 1. It was only y'all couldn't count 6 people. Okay, y'all couldn't count. It was Donnie and so 7. Y'all couldn't count 7 people out of 3 employees. That's 2.5 people, girl. Anyway, and then the fact that the inmate just waited until they left. Again, Stevenson just waited until the van left before taking off by climbing over loading dock gate. Child, you can. It's a white woman recording. The white woman. What I wish it was sound. The white woman recording. Where the sound at? I need the sound, honey, because you see her. You see the white face and whatnot. Okay, but I feel like I just feel like she said, "Oh, look, honey, Bert, a black man just jumped over the bridge. Yeah, you don't see him over there. Look, Bert, Bert, what is he doing? Opie, child." But now you blocked and caught, okay? After noticing he was missing, authorities conducted a search after about 30 minutes, found him hiding under a truck about a block away from the courthouse. You can get a block away if you don't take them flip-flops off, okay? Okay, his feet bound too. You know, what was they thinking though? If your feet are handcuffed, your hands is handcuffed, you are in prison slide-in, ain't got no grip. None. Okay? It's raining outside because the car right here wet. Okay? You in a whole orange jumpsuit and whatnot. And now I say he faces multiple charges, including first degree. Oh, Lord. He's a rapist. He's facing first degree rape, an armed robbery, and now more charges related to him escapee. He's a rapist. They say he was supposed to have specialized transport because he had escaped from the same courthouse months earlier. The deputy who failed to do a head count for transporting inmates was fired, and 2 supervisors who did not carry out the specialized transport was, girl, y'all, he is a graper. Okay, he's a graper. Why would y'all allow a graper to not have someone watching him if he escaped before the first goddamn girl? Yes, fire them all. Fire them all. But I'm happy he got caught. Get lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. Y'all stop going on these rides. Okay? 15 children and 1 adult rescued after a Meat Park ride malfunctioned 25 feet in the air. Bitch, I would never. I am not a roller coaster. Yay! The last time I rode one, we used to go every summer from like all of middle school, and I believe some elementary, like my first year of high school. And each time I would go to see the point and would get on the I felt like I was dying. And I'm like, this is not fun. But I would keep going because I felt like, okay, I'm supposed to like it. And I never liked it. So I'm like, bitch, I don't want to die. The adrenaline, it ain't for me. Okay. So this time I think. But again, 25 feet in the air, and you just, bitch, girl, can it slide off? You just up there at the mercy of gravity, bitch? No. 16 people, including 15 children, was rescued Friday night after becoming stranded out there in Long Island. Okay. And look, they got everybody down. I'm just saying, I need y'all. None of these roller coasters are new. Most of these things is real old. Okay. It's like wanting your granddaddy to give you a piggyback ride. Okay. No one is asking the 95-year-old granddaddy to give them a piggyback ride. These rides were made 90 years ago. Even if there was no one is saying, hey, grandpa, you 60, let me ride on your back. No, you're going to fall and you're going to die. Okay. This shit don't look fun at all. At all. Okay. So you not waiting for your grandpa to give you a piggyback ride and he's 72. Y'all stop getting on these old ass rides that have not been, checked and rechecked in a long time. Okay. But again, they all survive. But again, I'm like, they are hanging by gravity's graces. Okay. And I know it's even though it's only 25 feet, bitch. That's a height. You can die. Or just break your legs and live. I don't know. I do not want a broken leg. Okay. But again, stop riding them roller coaster rides, child. North Carolina mom sentenced 30 years in prison. She pled guilty after she started a fire that killed her children. And one child had cocaine and their system went out. So you are a bad parent. You are a drug addict because how did a kid under 5 get cocaine? And you are a fire starting monster.
A Greensboro mother will spend more than 30 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder today, years after her children died in a house fire.
Back in 2022, Brandy Sturdivant left the 3 kids alone at home, even though they were all under the age of 5.
Now, what the fuck is she? Probably isn't crack. Again, I don't know why people leave their. Look, I feel like no child should be left home alone. What's a good age? I mean, if your child is a responsible 10 and you just need to run to Walmart real fast, I think you can leave one 10-year-old at home alone for 20 minutes while you run to the Walmart to get a loaf of bread. A responsible 10-year-old. After that, I think they should be 13. But leaving any single-digit age child, 9, 8, 7, no. A 9-year-old, unless 9 only if you walk into the mailbox. But leaving 3 kids under the age of 5 home alone is neglect, period.
In the courtroom today, prosecutors laid out a timeline stretching back years before the fire, detailing allegations of neglect and concerns raised by neighbors and medical professionals. Sturdivant pleaded guilty to 2 murder charges. The court dropped the 3rd as part of a plea deal.
If 3 kids died, how can a plea deal happen for only 2 murders?
Prosecutors didn't hold back as they talked about the tragedy.
You made a decision to be responsible. At minimum, they could have been clean. At minimum, she could have been home.
Sturdivant will spend up to 36 years in prison.
She needs to spend the rest of her life in prison. I feel like leaving kids home alone and then a tragedy happens and the kids you left home alone weren't even old enough to react to an emergency. To me, that means you should get life. If she left her 13-year-old kid at home alone and then, a fire happened, that's maybe not her fault. Because, most people think a 13-year-old is responsible enough to know how to at least, escape a fire or whatever. But when you leave 3 children under the age of 5 home alone, and again, they said one child had cocaine in his system, you are a bad parent from go. Okay? It was a 1-year-old twins and a 4-year-old child were inside the house without an adult when the fire started. And that's just the one. Can they even walk? Life, and I hope she get her ass beat in prison. I do. I hope they beat her up every day, because when you do dumb shit, okay, more dumb shit. Okay, look, when I do these tragic stories, it's about calling folk out for dumb shit. Okay, North Carolina mama charged after allegedly hitting her boyfriend with a car, striking 2 officers on a traffic stop. and killing her 3 sons because just listen. Hold on.
She's facing multiple charges, including 3.
We have seen many reports recently of parents or just adults in high-speed chases with kids in the car. I will never understand anyone running from the police with their kid in the car as if the kid life don't matter. If you want a high-speed chase and if you want to die, fine, bitch. But the kids in the car.
Counts of involuntary manslaughter. Records show that on June 2nd, Scott was cited for driving without a license or insurance and for having an expired registration. The next day, officers say Scott was involved in a domestic dispute. An affidavit details Scott biting a man's arm before hitting the victim with the car and fleeing the scene. Later that day, officers stopped Scott after a hit and run on Cedar Creek Road. According to court records, officers asked Scott to get out of the car so they could serve a warrant tied to the reported domestic dispute. The documents say Scott then sped off, hitting 2 officers in the process. About an hour later, around 11 p.m., Fayetteville police found Scott's car wrapped around a tree. Investigators say Scott was traveling 111 miles per hour before
what, bitch?
For the crash. 2 of the children and Scott were ejected from the vehicle. 2 children died at the scene. The third later died in the hospital. A family member's post on GoFundMe,
but she lived,
identifies the boys as 3-year-old Jacoda, 6-year-old Jamari, and 8-year-old Jack Thomas. A message attached to the fundraiser reads, "The pain and grief we are experiencing is unimaginable, and we are struggling to find the strength to move forward." She's facing multiple
life, no parole, ass kickings in prison every day. Okay, she was arrested on June 15th. She faces 3 counts of involuntary. It shouldn't even be involuntary. If you are driving 100 and whatever miles per hour with kids in the car, and if 2 kids were ejected, that means that they weren't wearing seatbelts. I feel like that's not involuntary. It isn't. Also a hit and run, reckless driving, speeding, and assault per the fight she had where. But this why some states have it to where you have to have a license, registration, insurance, common sense. And to me, she had no common sense. So again, I hope this heifer gets life in prison. I hope they beat her up every day and poke her with needles. Because the fact that you lived through that, but your 3 sons died because of your stupidity. And they don't even say how the accident happened. Like, because she just, anyway. I just need folk to know, stop being dumb, okay? Also, this is here in Detroit. A Detroit man out on bond, okay? He was out on bond. A Detroit man, look at him right there, okay? A Detroit man out on bond in a child actual assault case is now accused of raping 2 more young girls who belong to a lady he was dating. Ladies, people, individuals, stop dating people and not knowing their history. Okay, stop dating people and not knowing their intent. Okay, if you're dating a guy who's out on bond and he already has child actual assault case, why the fuck are you dating him? Like, for what and for why? Okay, is it Denzelli or Denzel? That's too many L's and E's. Levon Burke, 33, was arraigned in courts on June 18th on 5 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct involving a victim under 13. Again, beat him. Booty beat him. You hear me? Booty beat him. Okay. 2 girls, daughters of Burke's now ex-girlfriend, were 8 and 9. Okay. Both children told interviewers of the same thing. They told it consistently. Okay, that Burt forced his private parts into them multiple times from July of 25 to December of 25. But again, I blame the mama because so many people, when you meet someone, they should not be around your children. When you meet someone, there should be no time when they are alone with your children. Ever. Like, you should have to fully grow before you eat. Again, the kids that were 8 and 9. If you have an 8-year-old and 9-year-old, a man you meet should never be around your kids alone for at least a year. At least a year. If you consistently knowing them, getting to know them, studying them, background checking on them, all of that. Because I promise you, if someone has a history of something in the court system, just Google them. When I to this day, Google, I'm looking up who people are. Because you do not want it to be a thing to where you have no idea they were in prison for 5 years in Texas for this. Because you just didn't look hard enough. Bitch, I am deep dive. And I don't even have children. Because I don't want to die. So I blame the mama. Because again, the man was out on bond. And you had them, because again, in my opinion, the only way he will be able to do that without your knowledge is if you let him be alone with your 8 and 9-year-old daughters for those, 6 months. Because you did not do your due diligence to be sure you did not let a fucking predator around your child. Okay? It says what made the case even more alarming is prosecutors are arguing timing. They told the court the assault happened while Burt was already free on bond, awaiting court proceedings on his first charge. Okay. They say they held him for remand because of the danger. And they should. I feel like anybody who is accused of facing charges of criminal sexual conduct, there should be stricter guidelines. Okay. Put them on a tether. Like there should be many more. Like you should not just be out on bond and be free to move about. You should be restricted from being around any children. You should have to. There should just be rules. There should just be rules. But a part of that also is as a mom or as a dad, because let's not act like boys don't get touched by things happen. As a parent, you should not let anyone be around your children, let alone with your children, unless you have been knowing them. And I mean, I don't just mean like you know of them. No, you should know them for at least one full-fledged year. And I mean, it's consistent communication, talking, deep dive, background check. You know shit, and even then, don't leave them alone, like alone. You know what I'm saying? So I blame the parent. But again, I hope a dick falls off. Because why would you do that? Okay, because that's just stupid. Now again, stupid things. Okay, 2 women seen on camera entering an Atlanta man's house before drugging him and stealing $25,000 for watches. Girl, the man met them earlier at a hotel. Now they're blocking the man's face. But let me tell you this. Let me be clear. No one should be meeting anyone, and then the day you meet them, you should take them back to your house. Okay? If you meet someone earlier in the day and you want to take them somewhere for some private time, go get a room. Go get a mutually a public hotel, private room, but no one should ever meet someone and take them back to your house. That's just stupid. Also, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. They look like they're gonna rob you. They look like they in it for some money. They may not rob you, however, they leave here with something, either willingly or by force. Okay, 25 grand worth of jewelry. Let's see. Investigators have identified two women accused of drugging a man and taking more than 25 grand worth of luxury watches from his bucket home. You were stupid to take two strangers to your house where you even had that much wealth sitting again at your house. And you don't expect anyone to come to your house and steal. But you can't trust strangers. Okay. The victim told the police he first met the two women at the same reason before bringing them back to his house. First of all, sir, you fucking for $1. Okay. You knew what was up. Now, my question is, did you owe them some money? Because you meet two women, okay, at the St. Regis. And they're the fact they're not even dressed. Look, they dress, usually friends dress alike for the same event. Okay. One going to a pool party and one going to a DJ concert. Okay. No tea, no shade. Okay. So I feel like you knew what was up. You knew one probably wanted to fuck and the other was like this her friend. The victim said once they were inside his home, he was drugged, allegedly. When he woke up, women were gone, along with several high value watches, around 25K. Police have not shared what substance was given to him. It is under investigation. Again, all this means is don't be dumb and taking your ass somewhere and letting hoes want to fuck you. Okay, if you want this pay for a hooker, with a regular hooker. Okay, pay a hooker so that way you know who to call if she robs you. Stop. I've said this before. Stop letting people play your mouth. Okay, you should only let trusted people play in your mouth.
And if they do breed, they got Genevieve. You know what that is?
Genevieve?
Yeah, it's like the little stuff.
Like gingivitis?
Yeah.
I really wanted it for the cosmetic look.
Okay.
I don't think I never really needed them. I just liked the look. And then I ended up having space, so I wanted it to close the space.
She says an orthodontist quoted her $5,000 to get braces, something she couldn't afford, and her dental insurance wasn't going to cover either. So she took to TikTok, what many people are doing right now, and what she found is something known as a basement dentist.
Bitch, I don't even like basement washer and dryers. I don't like nothing basement. Okay? Basement nothing. Why would basement dentists, basement eye doctors, what?
Which isn't new. It's just being marketed heavily on social media. She says she was comfortable enough to allow her daughter and her niece to get the same thing done, but it didn't happen without hiccups.
When she clipped the brackets on the end, it'll be poking you, and then you try to call and ask her to fix it. She make 50 excuses not to fix it.
We scoured
because she's not a fixer.
The internet, and it really wasn't hard to find them. For example, this woman, Braces by Jada, is in Atlanta, requiring just a $50 deposit to get started.
$50?
Or this woman, Armani Diana.
Not in Michigan. Not in Inkster. What is it? A hop, skip, and jump girl?
She's on tour, making a stop in Chicago just this week. When we called her booking number,
the subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
She's in jail.
No answer. So we text her wanting more information. She said it was the wrong number and then blocked me on Facebook thereafter. How much were you charging people to do these procedures?
At first, the experiment to just put it.
First of all, she talked like she's remedial. If I call someone and they sign remedial and you can't have a proper conversation with me, I don't.
It was just $150 and it was like a monthly payment every month. Like my Atlanta clients, I probably got like 15 clients down there.
I'm just feeling like I'm being punked here.
We shared all of this with Dr. Heavenly Kimes. She's a reality star and board certified dentist based in the Atlanta area. You remember we talked to her after our investigation into the fake veneer technician industry just last year.
And this is actually worse than veneers because you're actually moving bone and tooth structure.
She was shocked when we told her about this and the phenomenon known to the American Association of Orthodontists that put out a warning about so-called fashion braces back in 2024.
Look, all I know is this. If you dumb enough to go to somebody to get your teeth done in their basement and your teeth fall out, that's on you. You didn't want your teeth done. And the fact this girl could not pronounce, she can't pronounce gingivitis.
You know what that is?
Gingivitis?
Yeah, it's like the little stuff.
Like gingivitis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, anybody willing to go, there's a reason people have to go to school to learn to be a dentist, to be a gynecologist, to be a surgeon, to be whatever they need to be. You people trying to save money, I get it. You know, I don't have $5 braces. Well, do you need them or do you want them? Okay, if you can't afford braces, you're gonna have disease. That's just what it is. But risking your life going to these basement ass doctors, when your mouth fall out, what you gonna do? Again, I don't understand stupidity. Okay. Also, stupid shit people do that I think for what? Okay, female Navy veteran shot in the face during a Facebook Marketplace meetup for the sale of a $1,200 AP watch. Look, I need. Hold on.
Donna Rose says she was hoping to sell this watch for $1,200 when the sale got dangerous.
It was a lot of bad decision making that went into what I did that night.
Rose says she agreed to meet the buyer outside a home on Lindsay Street Northwest last Wednesday.
Meeting someone outside and the street sign is sideways hanging down, that ain't a good neighborhood. I'm just saying.
Around 9 o'clock at night, she says she asked the buyer, who was wearing a mask, to come up to her car window.
I reached over, grabbed the diamond test, I turned back. He pulls out a gun. Boom. He had the gun right above the window. It's like, oh, give me the watch, I'm gonna kill you.
Moments later, Rose says the man started shooting.
Oh, I was like, for real? You really finna do this? He was like, yeah, just give me the watch, I'm gonna kill you. Give me the watch, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, okay, bro. So I'm reaching for my gun. He saw me reach for my gun. That's when he shot.
In that moment of adrenaline, Rose says she hit the gas and ran into 3 parked vehicles.
So now my car fucked up because you want to meet somebody at night who got a mask on in the summertime to so why? So you hit 3 parked cars that had nothing to do with nothing. And now my children go up because of your ass?
Seriously damaging 2 of them. The suspect took off without the watch. Rowe ended up getting help at a gas station nearby. Atlanta police responded and medics rushed her to an area hospital. She says thankfully her injuries were non-life threatening.
Bullet went in below your jaw. You have a fracture in your jaw and it passed all the way through your nasal cavity, so it missed everything major.
Rowe lived to tell the story and the shooter didn't get the watch. Now she's sharing advice with other online sellers.
First of all, I don't even have to listen to it anymore. Look, I've sold stuff years ago on Marketplace. I had it was clothes though. A couple pair of shoes, but I always met somebody in the daytime and only at an actual business that had cameras. But I'm like, hey, you want these boots for $30? I would never go and sell anything expensive on Facebook Marketplace. I don't think it's safe at all. At all. I'm not buying a car, a watch. I ain't buying nothing over $50. Okay? Nothing. I don't trust it. And I also feel like you being dumb enough to meet someone at 9 p.m. at night to sell a 1,200. Girl, the fuck is wrong with you? Not saying he deserves to get shot, but she's stupid. She does. And also, if someone put a gun to your head and say, hey, give me that or die, why would you not give it to them? Here you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. But if you out at night in the hood and someone you're meeting has a mask on, bitch, pull off. It's summertime. No one needs a mask for nothing. A mask on means they're gonna rob you. I would never say, hey, come to my car. For what? No, bitch, pull off. Hit them. Thank God she lived, but I feel like you need the advice. To me, you were stupid. You made all the wrong decisions. Meeting a stranger at night who had a mask on, you told them to come to your car, and when they threatened to shoot you in the head, you chose to say, let's see if it's gonna be girl. And thank God she lived. But again, y'all don't be dumb. Don't be dumb for stuff. Last crazy story that I thought was insane. Florida woman facing over 500 years in prison because she was unlawfully accessing court databases. Okay, to alert drug trafficking people they were being a girl. You telling the drug dealers, hey, the police watching. A Florida woman is facing more than 100 felony counts, over 100 felonies. Girl, oh my God. They say she repeatedly was using a restricted court database to warn members of a drug trafficking organization they were under investigation. Now, first of all, bitch, stupid. And I mean that with all of you are stupid, okay? 32-year-old Crystal Lawson accessed the Florida's comprehensive case information system over 106 times between January and May of 2026. She searched active criminal cases, identified co-defendants, leaked information about the arrest warrants people who were connected to crimes. Her brain looked great though. And arrested. Jail. Prison. She really was granted access to the. She was a juvenile probation officer in Florida back in 2022. Okay, she got fired in 2022, but for some reason they never took away her access. So she still had access to the engines, the search engines, and the information. Okay, and no one knew. Okay, that she was also fired because of fired for a battery arrest. But she never lost her access, and so for almost a year, half a year, from January to May of 2026, she was leaking information, searching active criminal cases, and telling the criminals, "Hey, y'all, they watching you. Watch out! A warrant is out. They got a warrant off your arrest. They're gonna come raid your house. Hey, they know about Ling Ling and Juju and Coco. They know all the shit. They claim the leak led to lost evidence, unrecovered assets, and these one suspect claimed to avoid arrest. She's being charged with 113 felony counts of unauthorized computer access, with each count carrying a potential of up to 5 years in prison. First of all, I always tell y'all, I've said it before, before you commit a crime, ask yourself can I do the time that goes with this crime? And if you are out here accessing criminal databases and you don't work there, okay, you don't work there, and you are tipping off criminals, they are investigating. Bitch, you are going to jail. And anyone, like I see this one comment here. Now, I'm hoping he's joking, okay? He said, realest girl alive. No. 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 Mm-mm. 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 Because it's my thing. If every criminal I helped don't get me a lawyer, if every person I tipped off don't tip my commissary, I did it all for nothing. For absolutely nothing. Because now you're in jail facing up to 500 years. Now I'm pretty sure if she's smart, take a plea deal. Because if you help all them people, but you're the only one arrested, no, bitch, you gotta. Well, no, that's snitching. That's snitching. That's the definition of if you know she can't snitch on nobody else because she made the decision to break the law and use access she should have had to help the. That's her fault. Technically, she should not snitch on whoever it is she helped. Because she got caught. She got caught. Now it's also whoever's fault that never took her access away. However, even if back in 2003, maybe 4, I worked somewhere, worked at a law firm, I can say because it wasn't me. Worked at a law firm, and a friend of mine did not like this other girl. And at that point, my friend, who we still friend now. I haven't talked to this friend in like probably 10 years, but she had access to the other girl's boss's calendar, information, files, and all that shit. And so my friends would like log in to the other girl's thing to see the partner's information, files, and blah 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 blah. Kept doing it, and the girl ended up getting fired because she was not supposed to be accessing stuff that I knew my friend was accessing. Because she would tell, I'm like, girl, what happened? She would tell our group of friends stuff that and we never figured out how she got access to the other legal secretary's calendar that had access to the partner's information. However, because that girl was not supposed to access stuff, she ended up, I think she told her she had access. I think he told her she had access. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. My point is, if you have access to something, but you're not supposed to have access to something, you really should not use it. You really should not use it. And the girl, I think she would tell us how she had access and how she showed us how she accessed it. And then my friend, some kind of way, bitch, I accessed it too, but through the other girl, and got her fired. Got her fired. Now look, it was some good gossip. It was who was cheating on who. We found out everyone's salary. We found all kinds of shit. Because the girl was showing us stuff. And so when we would know about everyone's bonuses, and for a good year, My homegirl would like my homegirl would access it and tell it was like 5 of us and would tell us shit. And the girl who had access never knew, but she was also accessing it too to see shit. And I don't know how they never realized that someone else was accessing her shit, but she got fired. And I mean, but again, if you work somewhere and you lose access or whatever, just don't do it because you don't want either to get fired or arrested. And again, my friend, this was 20 years ago. I'm saying, but bitch, girl, but we weren't like tipping folks. We just knew shit about our company where we worked. This is illegal. This was illegal. You were accessing criminal investigations and giving criminals the heads up for them to get away with crimes. That's stupid. We just knew that so-and-so made more than so-and-so, and we just knew that shit. We knew that, that man was fucking that coworker, even though he was married. Okay, we knew that lady got fired because she told the other man's wife. We knew that shit. We knew that stuff. We knew we knew the stuff. And now the girl who had access was fired. And then, like a year later, one by one, they fired all of us. One by one, they were all the black. Anyway, but again, y'all don't be dumb. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be dumb. Okay. I think that's my last dumbass story. Oh, I'll do this last one. A man got charged. He set a house on fire because he was convicted. That's in the why don't you do that? Okay, 31-year-old man was charged with second-degree arson because he set a house on fire because he was being evicted. Bitch, if I can't live here, no one can. Okay, if I'm evicted, the house gotta go. Okay, Kenneth McGregor was charged Friday in connection with the June 9th incident. During the court hearing, prosecutors said a 36th District Court bailiff went to the residence to carry out an eviction notice. The door was literally blocked at first, and after entry was made, McGregor was told he was being evicted. Okay, he went upstairs with his baby, came back down, and the officer later smelled smoke. The alleged a fire had been started in the upstairs area after the eviction notice was served. So, hey, police here, you got to get out. You're evicted. Okay, fine. I'm going to set this shit on fire before I leave. Okay. Defense argued the fire may have been accidental. Okay. It's possible, that a little marijuana cigarette, you know what I'm saying, that was not fully put out. No. Child fire. Burning up. The house was burnt. It's no way that the house accidentally caught on fire right after the eviction. Now, first of all, this is going to sound rude. Okay. But that porch, the grass out front, the house was barely being kept up. Okay. The house looked a little bit dingy and dirty. I'm just saying. But again, you can't light a house on fire because you're getting evicted. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. Okay. Y'all, y'all take a good minute. Okay. Like the video and whatnot. We'll get into the comments. The foolishness of the celebrities. Okay. Let's start with well, first of all, Barack and them, Barack, Michelle, Sasha, me, all the folks. He had the Barack Obama presidential center was open over there in Chicago, and everybody had a good time. Everyone looked great. Okay, we have a couple of pictures or whatever. Sasha, first of all, Sasha and Malia. I'm like, oh my God, they're so grown now. Oh my God. Oh my God. And look great. Okay, you better look good, girl. Look, see, look, don't nobody care about that man, that orange man. Okay, these are there any other living presidents? I think this is it. Okay. You know, Biden, Obama, Bush, and Clinton. Now it's is Bill Clinton high? He look a little high. All again, everybody was there. Okay, good time had by all. Claire performed. What's the girl name? Jennifer Hudson. Where's she at? Hold on. Now they said Jennifer was a bit of screaming.
Congratulations.
I'm like, girl, stop screaming. I like Jennifer. I do. But sometimes I do feel like she just be screaming.
Congratulations. Stop.
I'm like, girl, I know your throat hurt. I know your throat hurt. Just be screaming. But we love her. She ours. Okay. You know,
Indulge me.
Michelle gave a great, I don't want to get flagged for playing it. Michelle gave a great speech, child, tears and goodness and whatever. Her husband, my man, girl, he's a great man, Savannah. Did all the things, girl. Okay. It ain't been the best. You know, we had some hard times here and there, Barack, but I love you. Okay, again, that's real. Like, hey, we've been together, 80,000 years together, since college and whatnot. And you promised me a good time and a long time and all that happened. I love you, husband. It was real cute. Okay. And again, I feel like when you have all the proper people around, we didn't like Bush back in the day. We did not. But I feel like we see how, you can be on different sides, but that person ain't around here just like an evil orange orangutan just fucking up all the shit. Okay. And that orange man is fucking up all the shit. Okay. And Michelle gave a great speech. It was great. Again, the 4 sitting because ain't all the other ones dead. Because we don't count Colt 45. Okay. To me, there was no 45th or 47th president. Okay. We had 46 and we're waiting for 48. Okay. But I feel like everybody else is gone. Wait, is Bush Senior? I don't know. But again, they all together, all the first ladies around here. Okay, and looking beautiful. Now I don't know why Bill and Hillary is in child Bill pants, girl. Okay. Anyway, was it cold that day? I don't know. Come on, like Kamala, girl. You now would have been now. Why didn't they have Kamala husband right? Oh, they vice president. My point is, just look. We will never get another Barack and Michelle, and to me, they are the ultimate. This is the epitome of grace. Because they, at one point she was like, you were in the hardest, you husband, you were in the trenches, as president of this world. You had the hardest job. People looked at you differently because you're a black man and you never waver from your pledge to try your best, to do your best, to help as much as possible. You never was this negative asshole crazy man like we have in the White House now. Okay. And seeing George and Michelle have this friendship, which I miss when, the left side and the right side, again, weren't always friends, but were always respectful and friendly. And every time we see Bush and, and Michelle together, and now they have this little Altoid joke or whatever, I love it. So again, seeing the fact that their events, the Bush, the Obama Presidential Center, what is in Chicago, the daughters around here looking good. Okay, good old hair, braid. We love it, and I love the fact that the right people know they are who they say they are. You know what I'm saying? We not doubting who the Obamas are. I ain't. And if you don't like them, you can kiss my ass. You hear me? So again, a good time was had about all the people, child, good laughs and stuff and whatnot. And when Michelle said, Barack, you won the Peace Prize, go for the 5. I think he stole it. But again, it was a great time. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a good thing to see. Okay. Congratulations to Anne Hathaway. She is expecting baby number 3. Y'all, is it gonna be a new Princess Diaries? I aim to see. Is a new Princess, because that's Genovia. It's a whole new Genovia. Is Genovia getting a baby? No. But she announced that she's pregnant with baby number 3. Now, the kicker was the morning she posted, well, the day she posted this, pictures surfaced of her. She's on vacation. Paparazzi photographed her on vacation with her family, and her belly is out. So I think she had to post this because those photos came out, and I hate when that happens, when the paparazzi force you to, announce whatever. But again, congrats to her husband on baby number 3. Also, I want to get some congrats out the way to be into some sad shit. What else? Well, child, Savannah, her mama. Okay. Nancy Guthrie. Look, Nancy Guthrie's been missing for 5-6 months now. I feel like we knew after day 2 that mama gone. Okay. I felt like after day 2 and there was nothing, I think I felt like, child, bring the mama body home. So they were now saying that one of a ransom note told them, hey, she accidentally died. Okay. It says a ransom note sent to Nancy's family included an apology from the suspected kidnappers, who claimed the 84-year-old had been accidentally killed after being abducted from her house in Arizona into Tucson. The Tucson? I can't pronounce things today. They had reportedly asked to return her body. They wanted $4 million. Now, I feel 2 ways. Remember when they made that video, that post saying, we got your note, and we just return our mom so we can celebrate her. I think we then knew, okay, they know the mama dead. They're just saying, hey, give us her body back, bitch, so we can bury her. I felt that in my bones that day. So this kind of confirms that. Now, I want to also say this. I feel like whoever kidnapped that mama, I hope they burn in hell. Okay, that's part 1. Part 2 is there's a piece of me, because I saw the video of Savannah on the, I think on the Today Show today, where she was like, me, my siblings, and my family are living through this. Yes, it's a story. It's a story. However, we're living through the fact that someone came and took our mom, and we ain't seen her since. And we're still looking for closure. And I'm like, Nancy, if them folks told you your mama died accidentally, I get some people need to see a body for closure, because if you don't, you may feel like there's hope the person is alive. And so I get her saying, we want closure. Closure to me doesn't mean, okay, I can be okay, or closure to me means I fully now know my person is gone, because I see them and they're gone. I think that's the difference in saying, hey, mama kidnapped and we just don't know. It's like, no, you can tell me now, because I think the mama did. Okay, I feel it in my bones. But I feel like it's been, I think, 5 months at this point in time, and to want me to pay $4 million for my parents' body to be returned is a crazy notion, because some may feel like, why would I pay for her body? She dead. The body is a vessel. However, some people also feel like you want to bury the person just for peace. You don't want the person's body just being out here, in these streets or whatever. And so I get some folks would be like, well, I'm gonna pay the $4 million because I want to make sure that my person is buried properly and they're at peace and they're not somewhere, on the road or whatever. I do think it was an inside job, because who out the blue kidnaps somebody's mama who's 84? Like that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And I know folks kidnap folks for different reasons, but no one is gonna kidnap some old, no disrespect to Nancy or the family. A random person is not going to go kidnap an 84-year-old elderly disabled woman, because kidnapping someone who you have to literally physically carry them and care for them is not an easy task. They would say back in the day, most skinny women would get kidnapped, because who has time to carry somebody fat? Okay, bitch, you can't carry me. Okay, so like to have to kidnap someone who you have to manually help around. Okay, she's sickly, she has to be carried or in a, I'm saying, all like that ain't no easy task. The only person who would do that is someone who was aware, okay, I'm gonna have to have a little flatbed truck. I'm saying, little shit. No one is out the blue kidnapping a elderly helpless. That's stupid. That's dumb. Okay. So, them kind of confirming that, they wanted $4 million for the body. Now I'm still wondering, I feel like they were gonna pay the money. So what about it? Because if I can afford the $4 million, the money's on the fucking way, bitch. Even though the parent's body is a vessel, I still would not want to just say, well, keep the body. I'm having a memorial. Nah, bitch. No. I I would need that if I had $4 million. Now let's say it's me because I don't have $4 million. I don't have $4 million. Dr. K ain't got $4 million. There are many folks who don't have $4 million. I don't have $4 million. If someone kidnapped someone I love and told me, hey, they died accidentally. Okay, we need $4 million, bitch, keep the body. I don't have $4 million. Okay. Now you want $4,000 here. I don't have $4 million. But I would give it if I had it. So I'm still wondering, where the fuck is the body? Where is the body? So, all this time later, there's still no body. $4 million still sitting in somebody's bank account. And there's no information as to who took her, where she went, and all that shit. Once they said her pacemaker had stopped recording at some point, we knew then she wasn't around here no more on Earth. Now, I know there are some, unsolved crimes, and sometimes it is hard to find things, but I feel like all the work they put into looking for that white woman, ain't no way on God's on Earth that no one know where she at. Okay, ain't no way. So it does feel like an inside job. It does feel like something ain't right. It do. Now, I'm not saying the mama sitting somewhere on the beach, in Belize, but I'm saying whoever took her and this whole thing, if it's ever, exposed, bitch, it's gonna be a Netflix documentary. So give her mama back. Okay. Carmelo Anthony, good news. Okay, he has hired a new team of civil rights attorneys, civil rights and appellate attorneys, to challenge the conviction in the Arson Metcalf death. I saw the white boy daddy, and he was like, the family had never said sorry. Man, fuck you. Okay, Arson Metcalf daddy, man, fuck you. Also, no one is saying that one dead teenager don't matter. And no one is saying that Carmelo didn't, do something that caused someone's death. All we are saying is it was not a fair trial, and that the sentencing was harsh and excessive, and there was a lot that was done incorrectly, and he deserves, in my opinion, either a new trial or have it overturned. I don't like what happened. I kept feeling like, hey, give him 5 years, because give him involuntary manslaughter or something. But I'm like, the whole, it was some bullshit. So I'm happy that he has new attorneys. Since I hope it gets paid for. Okay. But let's hope and pray that something comes of that and whatnot. We'll let that be. Tyra has a new job. Okay, y'all care? I love Project Runway. I have watched Project Runway, Top Chef, all that shit since season 1. I'm happy it's back for another season. Tyra will be a judge. It will be Tyra, La Roche, Nina Garcia, and Heidi as judges this season. Now again, the season was of course taped months ago, if not sometime last year. So it's not as if the top model documentary came out and it's like, no, all that shit was pre-done. And Tyra was a top model. Tyra was in the fashion industry. So to me, I think she's a great addition. Now we shall see how she does. We will see if she is a good addition to it. We will see if she is, as much as we want her to be. I'm a watch. I will watch anyway. I do wonder if her and La Rose will bump heads or not. But yeah, Tyra has a new job. Tyra and whatnot. That's great. Child, I don't know why Daphne. Look, I'm not knocking Daphne Joy for her getting her 10, 20, 30 minutes of fame off what she went through with Diddy. Okay, but
Has business been green or has business been red?
No. Yeah. Business has been good. Yeah.
Them DMs?
Yeah. As long as a man has a pulse and a heartbeat, I'm good.
Okay, here we go. What them DMs looking like? Aggressive?
I would say.
Have you, in the last month,
Yeah.
have you been surprised?
At the volume of it?
Okay.
Yes. The volume is it's pretty massive right now. Yeah.
Massive is a great golly. Now, do you ever respond?
At this point, I am just observing. But if I see a cutie, maybe.
I don't knock anybody for trying to, pay me for my pain. Pay me for what I went through. I think that her message is different. On one side, she's like, I'm a victim. I didn't want to do these things. I was forced to do these things. He pushed me to do these things. But on the other side, if you look at her social media, her doing OnlyFans, it seems like she is a sex worker. It seems like she likes the attention she gets from being a sexual person. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like if you like the attention and you like fucking and sucking, cool. But you can't also want us to feel like you were forced to do these things, but we then see you doing these things willingly. So it's like, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? Again, if you like it when men pay you to do whatever, if you fine. I have nothing against anybody in the sex industry. Okay, look, I like porn. I like strippers too. Okay, but I don't knock anyone. We all watch porn. We always see what we want to see. But I think there's a difference between not to always bring up Cassie. I think when you look at Cassie and you look at Daphne, there's such a difference in what they went through. Even though she said, I went through the abuse too, I went through the fourth step too. However, the aftermath of what she went through, she's still in it. She's still promoting it. She still likes the attention she gets from fucking and sucking a bit of backwards. Whereas with Cassie's like, I did not like that shit. So much so that you rarely see me anymore. I got my husband, my kids, and I moved out the country, bitch, because I did not want to. I did not like doing any of that shit. And that does not mean that Cassie is not a sexual person with her husband. But what it does show is she's not trying to make money off of still being a sex slave. Cassie isn't going off the energy of, I want men to interview me and I'm going to flirt with them about how now I'm making money off what Diddy did to me by still doing sexual things for money. And so to me, it feels like just in Daphne's case, just said I got real freaky with Diddy. And I liked it. So much so that after the fact, he still paid my bills. And so much so that's my thing I do now. I'm round here again. I'm round here. I don't know her OnlyFans look like. I ain't gonna go around there. But I feel like, hold on. I feel like when I went to her, is it DAP? I think it's DAP 8. When, what's the bitch name? I gotta go her thing. The one time I went to her, is she on the thing? Okay. Because I feel like if you go to, this is her IG, and she's absolutely promoting just herself as a sexual being, a beautiful woman, ass out, thong, okay? I'm gonna show everything but my areola, okay? I am around here. I'm gonna show everything but my slits of the cooch, okay? And she's going to entice people to come watch her because she is a sexual instrument. And again, there's nothing wrong with anyone who works in the sex industry, okay? But your message didn't match your message. The message of, I did not know I was recorded. I feel so violated. You knew Diddy was recording you. And it just feels different. It just feels different. And that does not mean that at one point Diddy did not do what she said he did. It just feels like, well, she liked it.
So, you miss all the
What
shots
does
you don't
one
take.
have to require? Because when this clip go out, it's going to literally flood it even more.
No, I love
What
it.
does Daphne see that attracts her? Let's start with online.
I look for sincerity. I look for sincerity in the message, like how tailored it was for me, and how if they took the actual time to really write something sincere or cool or funny or.
Has business been green or?
So she's made more money. Her business is booming. And, no tea, no shade. She's looking for her next mark. She's not looking for love or sincerity. She wants someone who can pay her to live a lifestyle, and she will provide them whatever sexual things they want. She's a beautiful woman. And so she's like, hey, if you want to fuck me for free, that ain't gonna happen. But for a fee, it can go down. Okay. And again, I'm not shading her. But no one is going to look at you and feel like whatever you and Diddy had going on was something that you did not fully agree to based on him paying your bills. And so, but yeah, she child fucking and sucking. Neo, y'all know Neo got on our nerves time. Neo, that streamer university, Neo, I guess jokingly, was trying to tell Kai Sinat, hey, hire my baby mama.
Sade is the mother of 2 of my beautiful children, and here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it real with you. She needs a job, okay? She needs something to do to where she can make money on her own. She currently has me on child support, and she told me that if she gets on Stream University, she'll take me off child support. So, do your man a favor. Put her on. Thanks, Benny. Peace and love. Sade is the mother of 2 of my beautiful children.
Sade is the woman who he cheated on Mangetta. No, not Mangetta. Sade is the one he cheated on Crystal with. He cheated on Crystal with Sade, had 2 kids with the lady. Now, I fully feel like he was jokingly saying, hey, hire her so I can start paying child support. Okay, joke. But I feel like Leo, go sit down somewhere. Okay. But one of his girlfriends had explained how he spends time between the 3 girlfriends or 4. I don't know.
How does Neo manage all of you 3 at the same time?
Yeah. Neo, this is one of Neo's 3 girlfriends who explains how he splits time with them.
Okay. Figured it. So what he's done recently is he'll just like see how long he's gonna be gone for, and then he'll just break it up into parts. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. He was left with the hard work. Munchie was left with the hard work. Okay. Leave you right here. I'm helping. But yeah, so he'll just split it up. He's like, you get these days, you get these days, you get these days, and then we just, what can we say about it? We just wait for our days.
So yeah, Neo says, hey, you Tuesday and Wednesday, you Thursday and Friday, she Saturday and Sunday. Okay. And I have Monday off. He has 3 girlfriends and then 3 baby mamas. That's 6 women. And then like 6, because he had 2 kids with Manietta. I believe 3 with Crystal. And then I think 2 with a Sade girl. So Neo has, like 5, 6, 7 kids. That's a lot to manage. So you are an artist on the road, 3 girlfriends. And my thing is, if you split up days between the girlfriends, when do the kids get, or when he's gone, does he leave and have kid time without the women? That's a lot to even manage. If you have 13 kids, you shouldn't even want to have 3 girlfriends, because no one is getting you real time. No one. He's touring, he's singing, okay, then home, and when he's with, because you were one girlfriend on Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, when do you see your children? Or do each girl get 1 day? Anyway, Neo still gets on my fucking nerves. Congrats, Keke Palmer. She's joining BT's first ever board of advisors as the network expands its leadership vision. BT needs the leadership. BT needs to get, like, I don't think any, now we know BT Plus is gone. BT Plus is gone. But I don't feel like I ever watched anything on BT. I know the BT Awards are coming on later on this month. Well, I think it may be like next weekend when it comes on. But like, there are no TV shows, no music shows. There's nothing on BT. So to me, they do need a new vision. Okay, they do need some better leadership. And maybe the way to do that is get some new blood up in there. Okay, because I don't understand how you're supposed to be Black entertainment television and there's nothing going on BT. There's not even one BT show that I can say, yeah, I can't wait for that BT show to come back on, because the good ones is on Paramount Plus now. Y'all not even BT. Y'all should be playing old shows. Folks will watch that shit. Okay, play the kind of chill thing. Play that. We will watch it. Okay. But again, this is the board will consist of Bob Johnson, Latifah, LL Cool J, Trey Vincent, Raymond J. McGuire, and George Cheeks. It's a full circle moment, and congrats to Keke Palmer. BT, fix it. Okay, let somebody help y'all. Okay, because I don't watch nothing over there no more. I don't. Speaking of, baby crying on me. Okay. Why did that song off my head? Anyway, there will be a Verzuz this Thursday, and what that means is I will have a Verzuz after show live chats this Thursday. This Verzuz will be B2K versus Free Ricky. Now, the reason I think this is funny, Omarion and Pleasure P already kind of faced off when that R&B versus had it. When it was who was it was Ray J, Sammy, Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino, Omarion, Mario. Was it just those 6 guys? I can't remember. But so they already kind of faced off, whatever. But when I seen, I'm like, wait a minute, bitch. B2K, the current B2K, and Free Ricky. Now I still wonder where's Slickum at? Is Slickum? He ain't that, did he? Ain't he live? Feel now. I feel like Slickum had like a little I can't remember if it was like a mental thing, if it was a drug thing, but Slickum wasn't medically able to do things, or is he in jail? I don't know. But I'm like, well, Slickum be there. Now the picture is just the 3 men, just Pleasure P, baby was Baby Blue, Whoa, and Spec. So they're not advertising him being there. They're a trio right now. They're like, that's what we have right here. Okay. To me, this will be a good matchup, mainly because they do have some great songs. They do. Now, I don't want anyone to get naked. I don't want no dance breaks. Just do the songs. Okay, just do this. I don't want Slickum, not Slickum. Spectacular, don't use strip naked and be all. Don't do any of that. Okay, I don't need book. Don't you be going around there gyrating. Oh my touch. No, I just want y'all to do the songs. We don't need no choreo. This is not a performance with choreography. Just lip sync or sing y'all song. Okay, yeah, don't do no watermelon eating on stage. Okay, we don't need none of this. Ain't none of that. Okay, none of that. Because when Ray J and them was on there, that was a shit show. That was the last verses for like a couple of years. It was so bad. It was entertaining as fuck, but it was horrible at the same time. Okay, so to me, if B2K and if they do this properly, they on tour right now doing good ass show. If they do that, I think it will be a winner. Okay, I can't wait again this Thursday. I will be live because it starts. I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern, like 8:30 Eastern or whatever. So whatever time it goes off, I'll be live after it goes off. But again, that's this Thursday, and whatnot. Floyd is facing illegal trouble. What is this about? He's being sued over I don't care. Look. They say $4.5 million with Mayweather's management company, and Mayweather personally approved the agreement. The company also alleges he accepted a separate $150K advance, and shit never happened. Meaning he took some money for something that ain't happened. Give the folks their money back. That's it. Will and Jada. We know that Jada won a little bit against Will's old friend, who claimed, hey, they was gonna beat me up and I'm suing them for all that bullshit. And the judge said, hey, pay Jada's lawyer bills. $32,000. Okay, $32,000. Well, he said, I don't have no money. I'm homeless. I'm too broke to pay. Okay, I cannot pay this. Okay, I know the case was dismissed about my emotional distress, but I am emotionally broke. Okay, I don't have the money to do it. I always tell y'all, do not sue anyone that you can afford to pay the lawyer fees if you lose. Okay, y'all have to stop thinking. I mean y'all, I mean people. People have to stop thinking, let me sue this famous person and hopes they will just settle with me instead of going to court. And some more, nowadays, more celebrities are saying, "Hey, fuck that, let's go to court." Yeah, I'm not gonna settle. I think before people was just settling out of court. Hey, okay, I'll pay you 50 grand. That ain't happening now. Okay, you sued them, or sued Jada for your emotional distress that was dismissed, and the judge said pay her away fees, and now you had to pay her $32,000. He said, yeah, I know I owe her that money. Okay, but can it be reduced? Can I get on a payment plan? Pay me $1,000 a month. Okay, and you will owe me for the rest of your life. He said, hey, I don't have no money. Okay, I'm homeless. Okay, I don't have no money. I get welfare benefits. Why the fuck would you sue Jada and Will when you on welfare? I feel like it was a last minute attempt at a money grab, in my opinion. And it backfired. Because you sued that lady. Now you owe her $32,000. You don't have it. He said, I am a certified homeless person. I receive welfare benefits and does not have the money to satisfy the judgment at all. And I'm like, well, what is a certified homeless person? Like who certified you was homeless? I'm just wondering. But again, Tyler Perry. Okay, he's denying that he's dodging questions about his sexual orientation because the accuser Mario Rodriguez is still seeking that sexual assault lawsuit or whatever. Per TMZ, he's asking the judge, and that means that the accuser of Mario Rodriguez is asking the judge to sanction Tyler Perry, claiming the filmmaker failed to appear for deposition. That his side says he's been pursuing since April. He's alleging that Perry would only sit for questioning if attorneys agreed not to ask whether he is or has been sexually attracted to men. I feel like this. If you are suing me for a sexual assault or whatever, and if we know I have had some communication with the men's, I feel like asking me, hey, are you sexy? I don't think, I feel like we know Tyler Perry likes men. And Tyler, you should feel comfortable going to the court and saying, I like everybody. I don't discriminate. They're claiming that the Tyler Perry's legal team argued that the topic is irrelevant to the case and could become inflammatory. Meaning, if he's in court saying, yes, I love penis, someone could use that for any other reason. I think because Tyler has another case, in this realm, he does not want to open the floodgates, but you may have to state, yes, I like the whoever. Okay. Tyler Perry's attorney told TMZ, as we said from the onset, this is a shakedown and now a shakedown and a frivolous motion. Tyler did not fail to appear for the position nor refuse any line of questioning, but will seek sanctions. Tyler, listen up, honey. We love you, Tyler. Tyler, we love you. I'm not saying you're ducking and dodging the question of dick and whatever. I am saying do not allow yourself to get pulled down deeper into this rat hole by you not wanting to just be honest and say, yes, I like men and women. I don't think Tyler is gay. I think Tyler Perry is bisexual. I do think he likes men and women. My opinion, not a fact. It's my opinion, okay? And I think no one who follows him or supports him would be upset if he said, hey, yes, I like penis sometimes. But the more you fight against just being honest in this realm of questioning, it makes it feel like, well, are you hiding something, Tyler? You don't have nothing to hide. When Dwight Howard was like, I'm not going to discuss my sexual whatever because I like what I like. He wasn't denying nothing. He was making it clear it don't matter. Tyler, you should say, look, at the end of the day, I like what I like. And it's no one's business what I like. But I like what I like. You don't have to try to deny it or avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to accept, hey, a man said I tried to fuck him and I probably did. I like what I like. Okay, so I don't care. I think people have to also realize people are attracted to what they're attracted to. What man did he date? What man did he date? There's no proof of Tyler Perry dating anybody, man or woman. But we do know he has a child with a woman. So technically, there's more proof of him liking women than men. Publicly. But we can't make it seem like, oh, there's this long string of men we've seen him with, and we've never seen him with women. He's never really been open about his life at all. We've never even seen his son. He lives a private life. So my thing is, Tyler, at the least, likes both men and women. Because he's never came out and said, I like men. He has only came out about as dating a woman before. And so, I mean, I've watched lesbian porn before. I'm not gay, though. I like dick, though. You know what I'm saying? But again, I just feel like people act like there is this history of us seeing him with men. And he makes it real clear that we haven't seen him with anybody. We haven't seen him with anybody. Whether that's his way of keeping us out of his business or not, there isn't a trail of men he's fucked and sucked and been out with that we can then say, but we saw him with that man that one time, and then the other man the other time, and other man, we haven't. We haven't. So I'm like, my point is, Tyler, you admitting that you like whatever ain't gonna hurt nothing. Ain't gonna hurt nothing at all. Let it be. Okay. We Khalifa. Now y'all know I was fussing at Wiz last week, I think it was, because he was on the stream. He was streaming, not y'all. Okay. And the last one we saw was him laughing about his son who smelled like weed, because his house smelled like weed. And I was upset. I was upset with Lisa. I was like, nigga, why are you up there laughing and joking about your son, who has a weed smell? That ain't funny. Okay? Bad parent. Bad parent. And he said, okay, bitch, I got you. Now we see him being a very good parent. He was on the stream and he got a call from his son. Listen up.
Hello, son.
This is the way you do it.
Fair Fabby, thank you for the 20 gift. What's up, my boy?
Open the gauntlet early. I'm good.
Everybody else is on.
The noise will go in a second. It's just people talking in the background.
Yeah.
slowly yawn your way out the door. Go right out.
What you need? What is it?
That was it? Yeah, what is it? What is it?
Right now?
Sam? That's a good one, though. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this. I don't know. He had the circle technique.
So he's streaming. One of the other peppers he picked up. No matter what, DJ would call us, FaceTime us all day as if we not at work. So I love the with answer for one. But the son is saying, "Hey Dad, are you working? I want to talk to you." I love that even though he's working on the stream, whatever, he's still fully focused on his son. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall, and I think this guy this kid want to fight me. That's what he's saying on the phone.
Search for camera parts after we hit that.
Hey, for real, that's what don't do that, bro. Don't get into no fight. Don't premeditate no situation. De-escalate the situation. And if you have to, then protect yourself. But don't put yourself in a situation where you also feel like that's going to go down. Right?
And him saying, hey, don't try to de-escalate. Okay? Don't fight. You know, if you have to defend yourself, cool. But however, if you can at all possible de-escalate, I love the fact that he was calm. He didn't get hyped. He didn't say, "Oh, yeah." He like, no, son, don't do that. It's okay. Don't fight. You know, de-escalate.
Hey. Bro, it's like, oh my God, I'll be mad as hell. I missed all that. That video of me doing, fuck. Thought I filmed the whole thing. Camera was off, bro. Sorry. Oh my God.
I feel you. And that's not always a reason to fight. Sometimes people are going to talk shit, and sometimes y'all going to go back and forth, but that don't mean you got to use your hands, all right?
And I really wish Will would talk, hey, y'all, hey, shut the fuck up. My on the phone. His son was saying that whoever the kid is was talking shit about his mama. You know, about his mom, the family. And that's the thing about being a kid of a celebrity. Other kids see your parent doing whatever, and then they want to come at you about it. So we're saying, you know, hey, that ain't a reason to fight though, son.
I'm not gonna resort to that like immediately. I told everybody this. If he puts his hands on me first, I'm gonna. But like, I'm not gonna put my hands on him first. I'm just not gonna do that because I'm not like that.
I know you're not. And thank you for calling me.
He's like an aggressive person, so I know he's gonna try to fight me. And if he tries to fight me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. I don't even care.
You already heard what I said about de-escalating the situation, right?
Yeah, well, I tried. He still wants to fight me.
But we on that, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling me and letting me know. But I really don't want you to be getting into no rumbles like that, especially just out in the streets and just like randomly like that, because you never know, man. Like it could go so many different types of ways. So that's, you know, I'm all about like protecting yourself, and a little scrap ain't nothing. But if it's something you can avoid, just do your best, all right?
And the fact that he called his dad, like some kids would just fight and then let whatever. But the fact that he thought, hey, let me call my dad because I want to discuss what I'm feeling. The kid is aggressive, and if you try to fight me, I'll beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? But even we're saying, if you don't have to do that, then don't do. Like defend yourself, yeah. But if you don't have to fight, then don't fight. I would have said, son, let's come home. Let's come home. Okay, don't just ignore it. Come home and we'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
You sound like you about to go do it right now.
No, I'm not even there.
Where's the person at?
He's trying to fight me at Century City.
So you gonna go to the mall and you gonna bang?
It depends.
No. Come on, man.
I know I'm going to the mall to see my friends, but he's there.
So you know what you're going there for?
Not really. If he tries to, then yes, but otherwise, no.
Okay, so would you call me to ask me? You just call me, tell me that.
Yeah.
All right, so I know if it goes,
Just wanted to let you know.
if it goes down.
Trying to fucking fight.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. Well, I gave you my advice, but I'm not there, so I don't know exactly what's going on. So just do your best, okay?
I'll tap in. I'll let you know.
Tap in for sure. Let me know everything, please. And if you need anything else, just let me know, and I got you.
All right, I love you.
All right, I love you too, kid.
All right, peace.
Now, when he called it, he said, so the son knew that his dad was streaming because he did ask him. So he did know because he said, "Are you streaming?" He said, "Yeah, I'm streaming." And at first, of course, it was really, really loud. I don't think he maybe knew folks could hear him talking, a little bit. However, it's a catch-22. I feel like I don't know where he lives. Bass lives. He may not even be in the same city state with his dad, so that could be a thing as well. But again, the fact that he called his dad and said, "Hey, Dad, the guy, he talking shit about mom and about our family, and I don't like it. He wants to fight." You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to have to do it, but if he come at me, I'm gonna beat his ass. I think that's a logical thing a kid would think, but also him saying, "I'm not going there to fight him. I'm chill. However, if he try to fight me, I'm gonna fight him." And I love the fact that this shows him and his son has an open line of communication, because some kids won't call their dad and say, "Hey, Dad, I think I may be able to fight somebody," so that you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And even Wed's whole response was calm, cool, collected, like, "Hey, son, I get it, but de-escalate. I get it, don't be out there banging. I get it, but don't. Yeah, and again, I think Wed know his son. Even him saying it sounds like you finna go bang. He's like, "No, but if he try me," and I think that again, I would have said, "Just go home. Wherever you at, don't even go there, because why risk it? Come home." Now, if you don't listen to me, you go anyway. That's on you. But again, as he said, I'm not there. I don't know what's really going on. Use your best judgment. I told you to de-escalate. Okay, I told you to de-escalate. And sometimes that's all you can tell someone, because you can't avoid conflict sometimes. You can't avoid conflict. And even him saying, like, he was talking shit about mom and the family, and if need be, I'm gonna beat his ass. He wasn't even like telling on the boy. He was really getting advice from his dad about, "Hey, someone wants to fight me, and I might get in a fight. So just as you're aware, this was going on." And I think that is a beautiful thing, that when sons feel open enough to go to their dads about vulnerable shit. You know what I'm saying? And they feel open enough to tell their dad, "Hey, Dad, hey, Dad, I might fuck this girl today." Well, son use a condom. Okay. So I think it's a catch-22, because he could have easily said, "Son, don't go, don't. But he gave his son logical advice to help him manage. If you go somewhere and if someone wants to fight you, cool. But if you can de-escalate, do that first. Don't go there and your first thought should not be to fight. If you can, walk away. If you can, de-escalate. Don't hype this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Well, I'm not going to fight him, but he's aggressive. So if he come at me, I'm gonna fight him." And I think that it also shows his son is like a logical thinker. He like, I don't want to fight, but if I have to, like, how old is Wiz Khalifa's son? He's 13. So, we're gonna hope him. Well, as far as we know, ain't nothing to go down, y'all. But I appreciated Wiz, having that conversation. It was cute.
This dude, man. Who, Bash? Yeah. Being a boy. Setting up fades. That's what young niggas do, bro. They talk shit and they fucking line that shit up. And I know y'all wanted me to mute my mic chat, but I don't give a fuck if y'all hear me talk to my kid, because what I say in front of him, I say in front of anybody. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can clip it. Y'all could say whatever y'all want to about my parenting. That's my fucking kid. And that's my responsibility. He's not yours. So, EMD.
Child, he said, fuck y'all. That's why. Yeah, this is Amber, him and Amber's son. Yeah, Sebastian, he's 13 years old. You know, look, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do what I want to do, bitch. I ain't got time. But again, you should teach your kids how to properly handle the situation, because sometimes the answer isn't, oh, don't go there, because you don't want your child to be scared to go places and have conflict, but you want them to be able to handle conflict if it pops up. So I say kudos to Win for being, oh, good job, sir. Good job, sir. Let's move on to one on the line. Cardi B and Stefan. So Cardi was on Spaces briefly. Now, remember, Cardi and Stefan has a son together, but he also has kids with other women. And around Christmas time, it was a whole big old thing where, oh my God, Stefan is over there in Massachusetts, Cardi's over there in New York or whatever. They're not together, and they were saying at the time that someone threatened to beat up Cardi B. And Cardi said, bitch, I have things that I want to explain what happened.
Christmas. First of all, let's talk about the Christmas situation since it was such a big deal. If a motherfucker can't travel, right? It is what it is. A motherfucker got a lot of kids. If a man can travel, right, and he got the holidays off, bro, I got my own set of kids. You can't travel like that to see your kids. On Christmas, spend time with your kids. I'm gonna spend time with mine.
Flat out, okay. You have 8 kids by 5 women. I have 4 by 2 men.
I'm not bringing. I don't have. Yeah, I do have one child with this person. I have 3 other kids. I'm not bringing my 3 other kids to somebody else's house where there's other things going on. Go ahead, spend time with your kid. Next day, you come to me and you give me my fucking gifts. $300,000 worth of gifts. Go ahead, do that. I wouldn't. One thing they chat Christmas. First of all, let's about me and y'all can't, like, one thing about it. I don't like a deadbeat nigga. I'm a big believer. You're supposed to be spending your holidays with your kids. If I'm with you and you see my kid every single day, it's okay for you. It's okay for you to spend time with your other kids. Why not?
Meaning, at this point in time, we're together. We always together. You always see our kid together. I'm with my kids. I can't complain if you can't travel for the holidays because of your, at that point it was, playing football. You can't travel, but I'm also not traveling to Massachusetts with you and your kids when I have me and my kids. You always see our kids. So yeah, spend the time with your other kids. I will holler at you tomorrow.
I never understood the problem. It is what it is. Those are his kids. You damn near see my kid every day. It was practically almost living together. Talking about the baby mom was gonna jump me. How? Why would they jump me? They were getting along with everybody else. Why would they jump me? I ain't never did nothing to none of them. I don't talk about none of them. I don't bother none of them. I don't have an issue with none of them. I really don't. Y'all always wanted to bring these girls up. I don't have an issue with none of them. They can't possibly have an issue with me because I ain't never did shit to nobody. I ain't never talk shit about me, and y'all can't, like, none of them. Actually, I don't even sub none of them. So why would they jump me? Where you heard that? Who's telling you that? Why would they? And if that was the plan, like you was claiming, how you making them look? Because I ain't never did shit to them. You're the one that you're making them look bad saying that. The fuck? None of them, actually.
So he has 1, 2, 3 other baby mamas. Now, as we know, Okay, that when Cardi got with him, I believe at that time he only had the one kid. And then as they was getting to know each other, child, he knocked 3 people up. Cardi and the other 2 girls. So technically, when she got with him, he did not have 3 other baby mamas. He had 1. And the bitch had happened. So again, I think her point is, in for the most part, I feel like Cardi don't be fucking with other people. They be fucking with her. I don't see Cardi having an issue with him spending time with his other kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see her having an issue with him and the other moms. It's like, for what? For whom? For why? You know what I'm saying? That's his shit. Not that's his shit. It's something he has to deal with or whatever. I remember when it was. I remember seeing this post around Christmas time, and I thought this one baby boy in the middle. I'm like, is that his baby with Cardi? I'm like, oh no, he has the other baby with the people. Okay, we still have not seen him a Cardi's child. But these are his kids with the other women. Okay. And McCarty said, bitch, yeah, spend time with your kids at your house. Because I have 4 kids of my own. And why should I want to bring my 4 kids to your house with, 3 other women? And I don't need to do any of that shit. I will see you tomorrow. Okay. I feel like that's a big. That's an adult decision, meaning I don't need you up under me to prove any kind of point. Bitch, I see you daily. So yeah, spend Christmas time with your kids, and because again, at that point the baby they had was what, a month, because the baby was born in November. So bitch, I don't care. No, go spend the day with your other kids, bitch. I will see you later. Our baby's a month. I don't care, and I think because it was again a new baby, other new babies or whatever. Leave me alone. So Christ said, "Whole play with somebody else." Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Nicki Minaj. So she was on Twitter. Everybody was on Twitter Spaces talking shit, and she was talking to her family. Nicki be ranting, okay, for no reason all the time. Was ranting about praying for her fan base, okay, and how the social media handles were brought up in the Rock Nation court case.
To the Barbs who during this time have been so instrumental in using their platforms, whether you're using X or whether you've been using TikTok as a way to support me, support our fan base in general. God bless you. I'm praying for you guys every single day.
Meaning your fans are so delusional. They are using their social medias to insert themselves in a legal case. Okay. The Rock Nation CEO, Desiree Perez court case is like her versus her daughter. The fact that Nicki is even, I won't say allowing, but enticing or encouraging her fan base to include themselves in the court cases is insane. Again, people really need to learn to stop allowing celebrities to control their minds so much that you are then pushing out factual opinions on social media that are then included in criminal court cases. Because it's, again, monogams, Tasha K, again, we see these situations of celebrities suing regular people because you're out here standing for celebrities for no fucking reason.
I know it's not easy. I know that it takes pretty strong people, pretty solid characters to do what you guys do. I do not ever take it for granted, and I never will. And maybe I don't say it every single day, but I hope you guys know that that's how I do feel every single day. I love you very, very much, and I appreciate you. and I'm going to have lots of fun things to chat to you about. In the meantime,
bitch, will you pay my legal fees? If I am sued behind your ass, will you help me pay my legal fees?
Just stay your happy selves. I love seeing you happy and smiling. You don't have to be fraudulently happy. Some people pretend that, everything is perfect. And that's not what I mean. I just mean sometimes, no matter what's happening, you can remind yourself that gratitude, just the tiniest bit of gratitude, can lift you up out of anything, any negative feeling you may be going through, to the barbs at that time. And that gratitude, it'll carry you on to the next day, and then the next day you'll find yourself feeling a lot better. But it's just gratitude every day for the smallest things. Okay, my darlings, do not lose your gratitude in this world.
Nicki is insane. And anyone following Nicki into her obsession with going after Jay-Z, Roc Nation, or anybody else, and you're including yourself in legal matters, you are stupid. I'm not saying you can't support Nicki Minaj as her fan. I'm not saying you can't, support her in whatever way. However, you should never be using your social media to go after someone else's courtship. For what? Bitch, I don't know you or Desiree. That's the main reason I have not tried to follow along. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about somebody at Roc Nation beefing with her daughter, bitch. I ain't gonna do that. So Nicki Minaj, including herself, and then having her fan base include themselves is idiotic, irresponsible, and it's gonna cost someone their goddamn livelihood. Period. It doesn't make any sense. I never understand. Nicki Minaj be on social media really attaching herself, including herself, and beefing with people who ain't got shit to do with what she got going on. And her fan base be including themselves. I'm like, why? For what? Girl, go sit down somewhere and be quiet, okay? Jay-Z and Beyonce clapped back at the haters, in my opinion. Now, y'all know Jay-Z had his locks. He had locks, he had wigs, and all that. And on the sacred YouTube channel, YouTube page, Beyonce put up like a 7, almost 8-minute vlog of Jay hair being taken out. Because folks have claimed, it's a wig, it's fake, it's in his hair. How could he possibly? It's like, why do y'all think people can't grow hair? I think it's very weird when people act like, oh, that hair has to be fake. It can't be real. And them showing the lock being combed out, them showing them having to comb and pick and unlock the hair. It took about 6 days. Her bringing up how it started because when Blue was like 5, back when folks were absolutely being mean spiritual to 5-year-old about her hair. And Blue was like, she wasn't confident in her hair texture or whatever. Jay then decided to grow out his hair to show her, hey, we have the same hair. And so he's been growing his hair out for, I think she said almost a little over 8 years. And that he told her that he wanted to cut his hair a few months ago. And, they went through the whole, again, child lock by lock, bitch strand by strand. And the fact that they vlogged it, I think was kind of cool. Because, to me, that they're still regular people. Some people, so many folks like to act like Jay and Beyonce are like these. It's like, no, they're still regular ass folks around here. Okay. Girl. we discussed him in Target last week. My notion was the whole Jay-Z Target situation. If you don't shop at Target, then don't shop at Target. If you choose to shop at Target, only buy something black. I don't shop at Target. I don't. The last time I went to Target, I don't even remember. So I don't shop at Target, but I know people who will go to Target to get a thing or two. But I'm like, either, do I think he sold us out? No. Because I'm not gonna go buy anything. The only way he can sell us out is if we support it. I'm not going to Target to get it. At all. And so I asked the same question why I fucking know. But I'm also not going to buy it. But I also know there were people who had deals with Target who were black and they could not get out of those deals. And their point was, if you don't buy our product that's already there, it really hurts us. So I'm like, if you choose to shop at Target, that's your choice, because a lot of people are still shopping at Amazon and Walmart. Target isn't the only horrible thing going on. Again, I am supporting the ban, the boycott, and I don't shop at Target at all. And if you want to be a supportive person, then don't shop at all. And if Jay-Z put his album at Target for one time, whatever, I hope no one goes and buys it. But back to his hair. My point was, so many folks were saying how Jay-Z's hair was fake, okay, and all that shit. We shall see. Amazon, Walmart, Wayfair. So folks want to be selectively upset, and I'm not a selectively upset person. I just feel like there are many things that are woven into our ways of life. Some stuff is not as easily detached from our way of life. There are certain areas that don't have a local Piggly Wiggly. Some locations only have a Target within 30 miles. Luckily for me, here in Michigan, I have all the options. So I don't shop at Target. I don't shop at Target. I don't shop at Walmart. But I have bought stuff from Amazon. So I can't sit up here and be pissed about Jay-Z put something in Target, because I'm not gonna buy it no fucking way. Now, Jay-Z come out and say, hey, you guys need to stop boycotting Target and go get this for me. I wonder if before the boycott happened, they already had a deal with Target for this. Because if y'all think that Jay-Z just yesterday decided to promote his album for 30 years and it ain't been in the works for a while, y'all fooling yourself. I haven't seen Jay-Z's page, Beyonce's page, Sacred. I haven't seen anything Beyonce and Jay-Z related promoting this Target album thing. It's just on Target, which makes me feel like, well, there's some kind of deal on the table they could not get out of. I don't know. However, I'm not going to Target to buy nothing. If Beyonce put her Sacred hairline at Target for $10, I'm not going to buy it. But there are some people who Target might be their only option. So I can't sit up here and say Jay-Z and Beyonce sold us out. Well, okay, but what about folk that still sell in Target or Amazon or all? You come on now, Steve Madden, Costco, Sam, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can't, the only person, we can look. We can't fight every battle. All we can do is try our best to support what we can support. And if someone you support says, hey y'all, I have this in Target, come buy it, let's support Target because I love Target. Okay, then your decision should be, I no longer want to buy from that artist or whoever it is. If Barack Obama put a free iPad, free iMac computer at Target, I'm not going to get it. But if Jay-Z and Beyonce does a Target ad and says, hey y'all, come shop here, then I'll say, what the fuck? Then I would say, what the fuck? But people still shop at Target. There's not as much anymore. But people still shop at Walmart. But I digress. Anyway, back to the topic that was discussing was the hair thing, okay? The point was, as people were talking cash money shit about Jay's hair, it's a wig or whatever, they said, hold on, what wig? Look at them edges. Look at the curl pattern. Okay, my husband has been locked for 8 years, and he used our products. Okay, it was a very entertaining 7-minute vlog, and finding out that he grew his hair out in support of in support of Blue was amazing. So again, if you haven't seen it, and to me, that was their version of them tapping back, because again, it was so much shit about his hair. Oh, it can't be real. You can't comb locks out. Well, guess what, bitch? We combed them out for 6 days. Used a whole bunch of product. Me, Blue, and all the folks. Okay, so they said, "Oh, kiss my grits." And again, please stop acting like Black men can't have long hair. That it has to be a wig. I don't understand why people think that Jay couldn't grow his hair out, as if no other Black person has hair. He didn't say he grew titties with nipples. Okay, he didn't say he grew a vagina. He can't. Now that's not true. He can't grow a vagina, bitch. But anyone who thinks Jay-Z could not grow out his hair over 8 years is crazy. Anyway, he also got a little win against Tony Bugsby. Rock Nation is clear in the texted lawsuit brought on by former Tony Bugsby clients. I feel like Tony Bugsby assumed Jay would settle, and Jay said, "Fuck you." And ever since then, Jay's been on that man's ass. Okay, you can't be out here alleging that I, great, all this weird shit. Okay, no. So I never believe. Once the girl said I'm autistic. I took a ride from China to Beijing to Africa in a car with a person driving who's dead, and then my daddy came and got me, and my daddy wasn't upset. And I was in a room with Jay-Z and Beyonce and Gandhi and Jesus and Diddy and and Papa Smurf and all these things. And the shit this didn't make any fucking sense. Again, I am all for giving folk the credit they need when they're, being honest about what happened to them. That shit was a lie. So Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and them was all clear and all the bullshit they tell you. Where y'all need to sue Tony Bugsby? Sue that motherfucker, okay? Faison Love being in court, right? Where's the video? Okay, hold on.
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have no.
Let's not just speak to this. I don't want you to get upset because you are an excitable gentleman, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Love, you had the current ability at this point in time to pay $2,500 a month in child support.
Right now? No.
The sentence is preventing him from working and ruining his name in Hollywood. So if he's in jail, he can't work.
Specifically told me that I wasn't going to get a dime, and that he was going to stop working and canceling shows. So I won't get anything.
See your daughter.
He hasn't made a single payment since the entry of the final judgment, which I believe was in 2024.
Okay. Zero is an absolute falsehood.
Ms. Lee, did you receive those payments?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Those are $3,000 payments?
It was actually $1,000, and then there was a separate payment of 11 cents, and then another payment of $1,000, and that was back in March of 2026.
He hasn't made a.
I feel like
Mr. Love.
This is no tea, no shade to Faison Love. One, I felt like there was a mug shot. I think it's this one down here. But I was like, one, Faison looks unhealthy. Okay. That's one. Two, there's two. I don't know how he was ever able to pay a lot in the first fucking place. Because I don't know, like, we know him. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's like a comedian sometimes or whatever. And then he was Worm Friday. He had that little role in what's it? It was him and Chris Tucker. He was hugging him in the thing. But I feel let me Google him. Faison Love. But I just feel like I don't know. Let's see. He was an Couples Retreat. He was an Elf. I forgot, bitch. Baby's Kids, Money Talks, Friday, 3 Strikes, Bulletproof 2. Who's Your Caddy? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's been in some things. He was in Baps. Who was he in Baps? Anyway. Let's see, TV shows. He was in a Parenthood back in 99, 95. The Big House had 1 season. So he's been in something. But however, like, he ain't been in shit recent. You know, he ain't been in nothing recent. Even Elf came out in 2003. Now, I had heard that the Elf residuals is like maybe $10,000 a month he gets from Elf. And he was surviving on that. Now, if the woman said, hey, what he told me was he was gonna quit working so I would not get child support. Now that's fucked up. That's not right. That's not nice. Now he's 58 years old. 58. No one should just stop working so that the mom of your child can stop getting child support. I do feel like if you're paying a person, let's say you're paying someone $5,000 a month for child support, but you don't make that money no more. If you ain't been in nothing since 2009, okay? If you ain't, the Couples Retreat came out in 2009, okay? And I feel like he was in something called Back on the Strip in 2023. But I don't even know what that is. But I'm gonna say, if you ain't been in nothing that we know, you haven't been in anything in the past, let's say 10 years. He probably can't afford a 5K. So, but you can't just stop paying. You need to ask for a reduction because I'm not making any more money. I'm not making any more money. And I'm a firm believer in no person, whether it's a mom or dad, if you were making $1 million before and you're not making that now, you need to ask for, hey, relook at this shit. Because I can't afford that anymore. That's how some people go in the rears. Because if your rent is $5,000 a month and you lose your job, okay, and your new job only pays you $2, you need to move. You can't afford the rent. People need to look at child support the same way. And I also think the parent getting child support should recognize, hey, the other parent is not making that much money, so they can't pay me that much money. I would never say, hey, even though you're not working anymore or you're not making that much money anymore, that I don't care, go find the money. No, if you're paying me $5,000 a month and you can only now pay me $2,500 a month, I'm cool with that. Fine. Because you can't pay me what you don't have. What you won't do is stop working. What you won't do is take less jobs to not pay me money. That's the difference. It's one thing if you just, you're not popping no more. You're not as popular anymore. So you're not getting as many roles anymore. I get that. But what you bet not do is say, hey, I'm just going to stop working. You know what I'm saying? So he was arrested or whatever. He's out now. But I am not surprised he can't afford $2,500 a month in child. I'm not surprised, okay? Again, sometimes go sit your ass down. Mystical son. Wait, wrong one. His son, what is his son? This is son. I don't know who the fuck said let's interview his son. Look, this may sound mean. I don't care. I don't want to hear from a rapist's son. Because what does he have to say? Because I'm like, is you a graper?
But this week, your father, Mystical, was sentenced to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to raping a woman. What are your thoughts on the sentencing?
First of all, him sitting in the kitchen, okay, sitting right in front of the easy bake oven and the plastic cup. Nigga, move the plastic cups and move the mail off the refrigerator. Okay, just move it out the way.
I feel bad for the victim as well as my father. Nobody wins from these situations. It's hard for both parties, if we're being honest.
Do you think that...
Nigga, I don't get no more. Your daddy got... your daddy had like 3 charges of that. Meaning your daddy keep taking coochie. You can't say it's hard for both sides. It's not hard for both sides. You can easily not grape somebody by not graping them. Okay? You sitting around there, you and the easy bake oven and the mail on the thing, and it makes me upset that you're trying to defend him for what? For what?
All in the court's hands, I don't think I would really have a place to put too much judgment on them, so, life will be what it'll be. Yes, ma'am.
Life will be what it will be. Yes, ma'am. Nigga. And this is why you should not get sound bites from rapist sons. Even him saying, I hope, he gets help. Nigga, the first time he was convicted of rape and got out, that should have been the help. Okay? Your father is not going to get the help he needs in prison because he's a graper. He's a graper. And it sounds like we should keep our eye on you. Because I don't understand anyone whose parent, once your parent has multiple convictions of raping, just like, you know what? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Leave me alone. I don't have no opinion. Okay. It is in prison for 20 years. Holla at me in 20 years. But I'm like, what's the point? Girl, get the fuck from around me. Okay. Also, Sexy Red. Sexy Red sued her former I'm tired, y'all. It is after midnight, and I got like 2 more stories. But thank y'all who left. We gotta do Tigger. Child, oh Lord, we got about 20 more minutes. I hope y'all have liked the video because, you know, again, I've been gone for a week though, so again, it's a long time. Anyway, Sexy Red sues former security guard, claims 500 jewelry and a designer bag were stolen during her mom's birthday retreat. Okay, first of all, why bring that much shit with y'all? Okay, now she's claiming at a luxury family vacation, it got real costly. Okay, she's alleging that more than $500K for the jewelry, watches, designer handbags, and other valuables were stolen during the birthday retreat she hosted for her mom at a rented mansion in Florida back in 2025. Okay, in the filing, she claims she hired a security guard and security team to protect the property throughout the celebration. However, she alleged that on January 12th, a masked individual entered the home through an unlocked door and made off with numerous luxury items, including necklaces, bracelets, rings, watches, and charms, and designer handbags. Why? This is my thing. If you going on a trip, okay, if you're going on a trip, you should not have $500,000 or nothing with you. You should not know. Look, I'm not saying that people don't have the right to take their fancy things with them. But if I'm going on a birthday retreat, bitch, I don't need all that jewelry. Bitch, it ain't the water. Why do you even have necklaces, bracelets, rings, watches, charms, and for what, bitch? For what? Stunning is not a habit. Don't get like me, okay? The rapper said the police investigation determined that a door had been left unlocked. She's waiting for security team led by a man identified as Carl Thompson, alleging he was the last person to leave the property before the burglary occurred. Again, I hired you to secure the property. You did not lock a door. Okay, it's your fault. They also say that previously the man sued her, claiming he worked as a personal security guard from 23 through 24 and was underpaid for his services. Look, at the end of the day, insure your shit in case it's stolen. At the end of the day, you probably should not take $500,000 worth of stuff to a rented mansion for a birthday getaway. That's stupid. But also folks can rob you. I don't know. Nene's son got arrested, y'all. It looked bad. But that's what happened when you know you're on the drug, child. But Bryce was arrested. Bryson was arrested for unpaid child support, probation violation, and facial fear. Clearly, this is the son that she's like, you know what? I can't do it. Okay. He has had a hard life as an adult. And whatever. Let's say he had a violated probation, unpaid child support, failed to appear. He had a run-in with the law in 2024. He was caught with fentanyl. He lied about his identity. He gave his brother information. Again, anywhere go, he back in jail. Okay. And sometimes I feel like when a person looks like they are on their last leg, on the last leg, child. And he keeps hitting rock bottom. He may need to go sit down in jail. Now, the unpaid child support, I mean, he need a job. Okay. And if he do look like he's possibly on some drugs, you know what I'm saying? Or he made this be at a low point in life. He ain't got no money. He can't get no haircut. Okay. And he just look a little dirty. But again, Nene, I hope your son gets better. Okay. But shot, this mug shot. And you can't even blame Nene. I feel like she did attempt to try to give him a leg up. And I think he just never could catch on to it. I think he kept just making the wrong decisions. And some kids are hard headed. And sometimes when you fall down the road of just foolishness or whatever, it's sometimes hard to get back up. But again, I hope it helps him. Yeah. Where is, did I do Kandi? Let's do Kandi. Because it's Kandi or Kandi. So I seen this on Kandi page because I was like, oh, Kandi and Todd is on vacation together? Really? And so Kandi man posted this video.
Okay. This is funny to me. So we on this co-parenting trip. What you reading? Daily prayers for men.
Amen. God be the glory.
Let me just say this. We was married for almost 12 years, and that man ain't never had no prayers for men book. None of that. Now all of a sudden, we divorced. Now he want to be out here on the beach, well, out on the pool, with his daily prayers for men book. Now I ain't saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. But he should start praying a long time ago. What y'all think? All right, you said you had something to say. What you got to say?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, now you don't have nothing to say.
No, because I was reading and it told me, shut up. Don't say nothing. Yeah.
Did it say that for real or you joking?
It's right here. Be kind and merciful.
Now watch Ace. Okay, watch Ace. Ask, because Ken's point was, oh, now you want to read and be good with Jesus. Okay, whatever. And now you won't say that, oh, the book told me shut up. But watch Ace in the background clapping as the parent kind of co-parent.
As you were saying what you said, it's telling me to treat others as I would want to be treated. And so I'm not going to say anything that might make you feel away or feel like, you know. So with that being said, I'm fine. I can take your beating. I'll move forward with you.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh, God. You my son?
See how that be? Now I'm gonna be looking like the enemy. Okay.
Ace in the background clapping. It's hilarious to me, mainly because it means, dear dad, shut the fuck up. I'm proud of you for not saying shit. Okay, I'm proud of you for leaving it be. Now I'm all for people co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? Because their kids are still small. All the kids. I don't think Riley's there, but Kayla's there and whatnot. So again, you know, sometimes you can't have a family getaway or whatever. Again, we got different rooms or whatever. We're just both in the same location at the same time. But Ace clapping in the back, I'm like, yeah, Dad, I'm proud of you for not saying shit, for shutting up and let mama be mama. Okay? Because sometimes you don't have to respond. And Kandi like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm the villain, not Todd. No, Todd is still the villain. Okay? Todd is absolutely the villain. Yeah, who paid for the trip? Probably Kandi. Right, Candy. What in time maybe put in $2-3, okay? But she said this has been a nice co-parenting trip. That's all I can do. And to me, people are supposed to try to co-parent. You know, so we'll let that be that. Now, Whitney and them. So look, Oprah. I mean Oprah. Oprah was at this event. Okay. Now, people kept on saying they don't know why Oprah brought up this story about Whitney from years ago. You know, but it said during the sit down, Oprah highlighted the responsibility of media and how strong of an influence they have. And she was an example of what happened allegedly with Whitney Houston back in the day.
We did the whole, hey girl, how you doing, greeting thing. And then I stopped the cameras and I went behind stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And you all know this is an amazing thing that happened. I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us. And she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
Yeah. What about...
So a lot of folks were upset because why bring it up now? You know, why mention it now? And bloppy boo. Look, I think her point was saying back in the day, we tried to protect artists the best we could. You know, in today's culture, if an artist fell from being high or drunk, the audience is not going to not put it out. I don't think she had any intention of trying to embarrass Whitney, but I'm like, are we gonna act like we did not? To me, the worst thing we ever saw Whitney was when Bobby got out of jail or out of prison, and Whitney ran up and she looked cracked out, sweating and hanging on Bobby. When they had that reality show, and we saw Whitney and Bobby, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's weird that people act like no one knew how bad her addiction had got. When Whitney came out and performed at that Michael Jackson tribute or whatever, and she looked like skin and bones, like Whitney had a problem. The fact that she's dead now is sad. Absolutely. But I do think there's power in saying back in the day, we used to try to protect artists, but now no one will. We see every day how anytime any artist is high, drunk, sleep, cheating, broke, divorced, whatever, folks be chomping at the bits to get video, to get proof. I want to see. And I think her point was, and that's sometimes people be so comfortable with not liking someone or trying to change the narrative. They made it as if she was out there trying to expose Whitney, when her point really was, we try to protect people before. You know, there was a piece of the industry when it came to, you know, media and artists, you know, where we would control the narrative. And if her, and because I wasn't there, I don't know, bitch, I wasn't there. I got her point in saying it, and her saying, back when Whitney came on my show, she was high. I ain't surprised. Whitney was a crackhead. She was the voice, yes. Whitney Houston was also a crackhead, okay? We know she smoked crack, did cocaine, and got high, okay? That's whatever. It don't mean we love her less. But my thing is, Whitney showed us herself at her worst more than Oprah ever could. How y'all pissed at Oprah for saying one time she had relapsed and fell? And to protect her image at that time, we begged the audience to not show the footage, and they did. However, if who's somebody that's high now? I don't know, bitch. If Ray J is high, what do? We fully watch his high ass. We watched a video of Ray J high, fussing and fighting with Princess Love and their child. The fuck? So miss me with that. Why would Oprah say, nigga, we know Whitney was a crackhead. We love her anyway. But Whitney had a drug addiction. Now, if Oprah would have said Prince got high and fell, that might anger me because we've never seen Prince high. We had no idea he had, you know, any kind. I'm saying, so when if there's a person who no one knew while they were living, they had an issue, I would have more issue with her exposing that versus telling us about a known drug addict who came to the show high one time and fell. So y'all really need to sometimes chill out. But again, if you never saw Whitney run up sweaty and high with Bobby. If you did not watch their reality show that showed them high, if you did not witness Whitney Houston being skin and bones, I'm like, damn, she on drugs. We saw it. Oprah's only point was, at one point when she was really bad, we didn't show it. We chose not. We tried to protect her image. Her saying that now doesn't degrade Whitney Houston. The fuck do you mean? Whitney died of a drug overdose. Whitney didn't die of old age. Whitney did not die from falling down. Whitney got high. Whitney relapsed and died. So if let's stop acting like, oh, no one talk. We don't talk about Bruno. So stop it. Okay, stop it. Her only point was we tried to protect her at that time. At that time. She was sober at one showing and was not the next. And because folks saw her fall and some folks had recorded her falling, we asked the audience to not bring it up, to not let that get out. And luckily they did. Now that's Oprah's piece of it. Okay. Oprah folks. What these people were saying that ain't happened. Now, first of all, I need everyone to also know I don't fucking trust Pat Houston. Okay, so if y'all don't like Oprah, I don't like Pat Houston. Pat Houston, who was her, and again, the reason why I don't trust anyone who is the sole beneficiary of Whitney stuff, and that ain't how it should be, bitch. Okay. Pat said from the 2009 interview on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Whitney absolutely fell on stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. Pat, bitch, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Confirm me. Well, Whitney did fall, but she wasn't high, girl. I'm Googling Whitney Houston in 2009. I feel like you can't. Whitney in 2009. Whitney in 2009. I'm not saying she was cracked out in 2009 at all. Is it possible that she had a little relapse? It's possible. Again, there are many functioning drug addicts. Okay. There are many functioning drug addicts. Okay. So the fact that she said, okay, oh, here's more. This story was picked up by several media outlets like the many people. She faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attack that struggle to every performance or every touch of her life. Girl, look. To me, one of the reasons Whitney stayed an addict was people enabling her. Okay. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's not ignore we're not gonna do that, Pat. And Pat, bitch, we don't trust you. We don't. No one to trust. I don't trust Pat Houston. I don't. It ain't in my thing. I don't do it at all. Okay. And the fact that Pat again is confirming what she did fall, but she wasn't high. Maybe Oprah just thought she was. Maybe that was Oprah's opinion about what she saw. All that matters is what she did fall. But I understand it wasn't because she was high. I don't even care at all. Let's say she wasn't high, but people thought she was. And Oprah said, hey, we don't want it out there. Okay. Even if she wasn't high and Oprah thought she was because she fell off stage. Okay. Let's say by chance, Oprah's whole point still was, no matter what went on, let's not let it out that Whitney fell off stage, because that can go into what? Oh, was she high? But I digress. Okay. I fucked with Oprah a little bit. Not all the way, but a little bit. Again, my whole point was, I don't think Oprah was trying to, she wanted to embarrass girl. Can't nobody embarrass Whitney more than she embarrassed herself. Okay. I mean, rest in peace. Clive Davis passed, but he was 94 years old. He was J Records, Arson Records. He was, involved in all the people and whatever. Whitney Houston, Bruce Springsteen, Aretha Franklin, Carlos Santana, Dennis Joplin, Alicia Keys, all the people. He's dead. I mean, folks still mad at Clive Davis for having that party after Whitney died. Look, it's a catch-22. If there's a party that happens every year and someone dies, you have two options. Cancel the event and let everyone go home and mourn. Okay, cancel it. Okay, or have it and make it be a celebration of life. I don't care either way. I don't care because Woody did. You know what I'm saying? So, now the question is, who went to the party? If Clive still had a party, who the fuck showed up? And if for years he kept saying, "Well, no, it was a celebration for like Whitney would have wanted us." I don't know if Whitney would say keep partying. I don't know that, but I do feel I could understand if your point was we're going to still have it and celebrate her legacy and her and the artist. If that's what happened, because I wasn't there, I ain't go. But you only have two options. You know, you have two options. And, you know, it's the same thing with boycotting. You have two options. Either go and buy some from somebody or not. If, you know, she passed away, it was an event that night, and folks went. It's not Clive's fault she died in the hotel. Everybody was in the hotel. That's where it was staying at. Because let's say a bellhop who worked at the hotel died in the hotel, and their dead body was still there. With them, we would say, "Hey man, the bellhop died, man. The bellhop died." You know what? Let's cancel because it's a dead body in the building. I don't know. Again, if you're given a choice, hey, we're not canceling. We're going to still have it. You have a choice to show up or not. Are we pissed at the folks who showed up? Or just the one who said so at a party? Anyway, T.I. was on the podcast with not Jim Jones, with Joe Budden and them. They were asking him about doing the verses. And T.I. put his foot in his mouth while discussing verses. The way T.I. had conversations, he don't be listening. He be going right over his head. Okay, just right over, because it's like it's verses. We've seen many verses, and we now know it's really not a battle. It's not a fight. It is a celebration both of two artists, you know what I'm saying, or two groups or whatever. So even old boy saying, hey, if it would have been you and Jeezy, it would have been a rough night. What does it mean musically? There are certain Jeezy songs that if it comes on, your life changes. Okay? But again, T.I. saying, oh, that's poor people shit. What you mean poor people shit? So Timbaland, heard, what was he? Huh? Poor people shit? What do you mean? Poor people shit? What do you mean? Okay, so T.I. saw the backlash, and I feel like Joe Budden maybe pulled down the episode of her, and T.I. had a response. Hold on.
That wasn't my intention. First of all, I was drinking. So I guess my points weren't made clear as I thought that they were.
Stop. Y'all, that's why I don't drink on lives, because when you drink, it really can change your mindset, what you say, how you say things, how you take things. But you can't blame the liquor, nigga.
I was speaking on my experience that I had in participating or considering the participation in Verzuz. The question that was asked, had I made another list of people who I could, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to engage in that, because my experience has been just going back and forth, bickering with people for the public's entertainment.
Well, nigga, you're the only person, you and 50 are the only Verzuz contestants that had that situation. There was no other Verzuz participants. Even with Jeezy and Gotti and what was it? Gucci Mane. Jeezy and Gucci Mane had real life beef. Niggas died in their beef. And even they were not indulging in any social media back and forth bullshit. And so for you to try to compare you allowing 50 Cent to troll you into a back and forth beef that included you, your wife, your kids, his dead mama, that's on you, but that's not a typical Versus situation. That was a you and 50 Cent situation. You were beefing with a petty nigga who do petty shit on every day of the week. However, the history of Versus is not any petty, but everyone who usually did the Versus made money in some way, shape, or form, even if it includes their music being streamed more. So you're not even paying attention to what usually happens. You were in a one-off situation.
And that's not something that I want to engage in. That is what I refer to as poor people activity, not the Versus within itself.
So fussing is the stuff that only poor people do? I'm not poor, but if I was, I would be offended.
That wasn't that was out the phone. I just got out the phone with Swiss and I talked to Timberland earlier. Hey, listen, man. All of us were at one time with just kids wishing to be a part of this thing called hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to be involved because we loved it so much. So to take it from our wishes and dreams and prayers and desires, to take it from that to actually be able to build things that will live on past us, beyond our lifetime, man, that's a blessing in itself.
Now you just talking.
You know what I mean? And I've never did nothing but look up to Tim and Swiss, and I had the utmost respect for them and everything that they've accomplished and everything they've contributed to the culture. And it ain't never my intention and never my, I ain't on that. Like, trying to speak ill of my friends and the people that I respect. Out the phone, I just got out the phone, bro, and don't get me wrong, I've gone on record saying can't nobody f with me, and I stand on that. But I also understand what ego does to opportunity. Engaging in a battle of ego, going back and forth, bickering with other men for the public's entertainment. When I say it's poor people activity, I'm saying it's activity that I don't want to, and that's, mind you, I was drinking. But that's just something that I don't want to waste my time, effort, and energy doing.
And no one asked you to. No one ever asked you to be beefing with 50 Cent online. No one. That ain't even Versus activity. Again, as I said before, there has been no other artist who was in a Versus who was beefing like that. Not even FWV and Escape, not Brandy and Monica, not Babyface and not Aaron Hall, Babyface and Teddy Riley. No one. Again, and not Jeezy and Gucci Mane. So, and I get his point in trying to explain what he meant. I fully get what he meant. However, you still sound stupid. Because all you had to say was when I was drinking. And all I meant was me beefing with 50 Cent ain't what I want to do. I don't want to do that. Because if there was anyone else you would reverse with, it wouldn't be that. 50 Cent is a troll.
Bro, and don't get me wrong, I've gone on record saying can't nobody f with me.
So, who knows what's gonna happen? Okay. Who knows? But I'm like, but again, the responses you had to the question during the Versus does not match what Versus is. At all. At all. Just saying. Lastly, Tigger. Y'all got a 3-out child. Y'all know I won't be loud about her. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know I will not be live tomorrow. Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna do Money Long. I'm gonna do her too. Money Long revealed she underwent a double lung transplant after when she had a week to live. I said, bitch, what?
With this industry, you're always in people's faces, right?
Sure.
So I'm taking pictures and I'm like huffing and puffing like I just ran a marathon. And so I knew something was wrong. And when I woke up in the hospital, I felt so much better. Obviously, they had done whatever they needed to do to just kind of get me stable. But then all the doctors came in. It was like 6 people. a pulmonologist, rheumatologist, there was like 3 pulmonary doctors, the ECMO specialist, actually the doctor who invented it, Dr. Maybauer. And they're all like, you need a transplant. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you guys have a time. Like, how long do I have to live? And they go, a week.
And this was, I think, was when she was on the tour with Brandy and Monica. You know, meanwhile, she has lupus. She's been very open about having lupus. I know I had seen on social media, because after she went off the tour, and she would post herself on social media, people were talking about how different she looked. You know, she gained some weight or whatever. And I'm like, y'all do know that lady is sick. And so to now find out that she had a double lung transplant because I'm like, bitch,
A week to live.
1 week. And my jaw dropped. Literally, I was like, that's rude, you know? But they were kind of like just wanting me to like, hey, this is not a joke. You need to make a choice. You can either go to hospice or you can get these lungs.
And for anybody, being told that is just, but you're a singer. Yeah. You're, but being a singer as well. What was that playing in your mind as well?
It absolutely was. Like the ego and the vanity was just like, but what about my voice? You know, what's going to happen? But then, I look at my son and I think about like how much more life that I have to live. And I think just quality of life was first. And, with this industry, you're always in people's faces, right?
Sure.
So I'm taking pictures.
I was a love Nat. I hate love Nat. Oh. Anyway, I am happy she's here. Point blank. Child, not you lost power, came back. Yes, child, I'm still here. But we finna end it, girl. We got 5 more. We got 5 more minutes, okay? But I've been gone since Wednesday, so I'm happy. I'm, a 4-hour show. And I may have to cut some of these pieces out and repost tomorrow. Someone be like, I'm sorry what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like, someone, again, a double lung transplant for one. And because she probably was so sick, that's probably how she got lungs so fast. Usually when you need any kind of transplant, there's the donor list. And you have to be, very sickly to be put to the top of the list. So I feel like because she's probably, a younger woman, again, she's a double lung transplant or whatever, and she's now 6 months post-op, after the transplant, and she's doing great. And so I just feel like, sometimes we never know what someone's going through. Because I don't think we had any idea a double lung. Tamar. No, I don't Tamar. It's Oprah, Beyonce, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Kandi, and Kiki. And we've done all of them. All we have left now, and I just thought about, but I didn't put money on the thing. I may add her after when I'm done. But I just remember it was here. But again, I am just happy she's alive, that she's healthy. And her son still has his mom, and we're gonna just keep sending some healing energy to her. Okay, now big Tigger. Okay, Tigger big. Okay, now the ex, the wife put out I had to keep. I be having to keep multiple of the things to show all the stuff. Okay, so I might. I got a few more stories. I might come at them. I don't know. We gonna see. So remember she put up that video of her. Okay, showing again. We now like a bit of a bruised lip. Her lip was really swollen at the top. A black eye, and then the cut across her face. So she put that up, and like the caption says something like, "Oh, ask my husband, Tigger, what happened?" And then different stuff came out. Tigger denied things. Hold
on. Back at work, over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false.
Okay. That's what he said, right? He got arrested. Okay. He was arrested on Saturday. And they said, child, look, we did an investigation, child. We think you did the thing. Okay. Arrested. And where's the little thing? Where's your little thing? Okay. See, arrested. Arrested 620. Darren Morgan. Arrested, bitch. And he was arrested on battery and cruelty to children charges in Sandy Springs. Now, per the YBF Daily, I love, okay, radio host Darren Big Ticker Morgan was arrested on Saturday morning by Sandy Springs police and booked in Fulton County Jail on charges of aggravated battery and third-degree cruelty to children. He was released the same day at the posted $10K bond. Per the booking reports, the date of the offense was June 9th. I mean, that's the day this fight or whatever happened. Okay, June 9th. And he wasn't arrested until June 20th. Okay. Another news first reports, according to the arrest warrant they obtained. Okay, Big Ticker and his wife, Alicia Brown, were arguing over text messages between him and his co-worker. So her saying you fucking your co-worker means what was the text between you and the co-worker. Okay. Now, it don't mean that he was having an affair. Okay. But what was the argument? What did the text say? Okay. Again, arguing over text messages between him and his coworker. When his wife began recording the argument on her phone, she sustained a bruise to her lower left lip, which means, did he pop her in the mouth? Because if we fussing and we arguing over text, I try to record the arguments, and then I get bruised on my lower lip. How did the bruise happen? Who did it? We don't know. The warrant states the couple began trading insults, and a physical encounter over a computer followed. During the altercation, his wife stumbled and landed head first into a door, which left a deep laceration of the victim's left eye. The warrant notes numerous stitches were required to close the wound, and that after 1 month, there is a visible disfigurement above the victim's left eye. Per Georgia law, you typically do not have to directly strike someone to charge battery or aggravated battery in a DV context. Okay, if your actions cause or contribute to the physical harm, even indirectly, you can be charged. Meaning, he didn't have to hit her. Okay, he didn't have to hit her to get charged with battery. If he did something that caused her to get harmed, get hurt, or get bruised up, or whatever, it's on you. Okay, the author could be more details released later. A 13-year-old child was present in the home at the time of the incident. That's why the cruelty to children come to play, because you do know if you commit a crime in front of a child, that comes with using some kind of child cruelty, child abuse charge. Okay. But we don't know who the kid is. That we don't know yet. Who is the kid? It got to be her kid. I'm assuming if a 13-year-old was there, it must have been whose son is that? I digress. Big Tigger has not issued a public statement on the arrest. He previously responded to his wife's social media post saying, I didn't do it. Everyone's innocence and being proven guilty. We know that. But I also feel like it was something else. Maybe that was it. Look, he was arrested. You know, it's gonna go to court. You know, there are allegations or whatever. And again, as they say, even if he did not physically hit her, even if he pushed her, which caused her to fall, and as they said, a month after, you know, said altercation, she still had, because if you fall and cut your eye, you know, cut yourself, that requires stitches, that will leave a scar. Also, I'll say this, because I have heard folks mention, you know, her ex or whatever. It's who a male? No, his coworker was a lady. Um, at this point, there is bruises. There was an altercation. There was something that happened, and he was arrested. So either way it go, it needs to be handled in the court of law. He denied it before he got arrested. His coworker denied having an affair. But to me, the affair is secondary, third, fourth, and fifth to did he actively abuse her? You know, if there was some kind of altercation or some kind of tussle, you know, did he hit her in the mouth? Did he push her to which made her fall and then bruise herself? So who knows what went on? At the end of the day, we got to wait to see what happens. I'm pretty sure as the court case goes along, more evidence will come forward. Maybe her statement will be involved. Or could there be evidence that he didn't do anything? All I know is he was arrested. Yeah, he was arrested. And it you know, if he physically hit her or whatever, he do need to be held accountable. Anyway, it is 1:10 in the morning here in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm tired. Okay, I am tired. Ready to go. It is late, y'all. I don't know if I will be live tomorrow. I'm tired right now, but I might come back tomorrow. I don't know, but y'all know I review House of Dragon that's up. I review the Polygamous that's up. The last live from last week is up as well. Today again is a 4-hour live. Okay, I'm finna go to bed. I'm not even up, child. This is an illusion. Child, this is an illusion. I'm not even here right now. Okay, I am tired, child. My hair has been up all day, and I am over the day. Okay, I am so ready for bed and whatnot. I want everyone to have a good night, a good morning. It's morning time, child. It depends. I have so many meetings this week, y'all, at work. I have 3 meetings. Well, today because it's Wednesday. 2 on Thursday, and then 2 on Friday. This is we shall see. I will be back one day this week. I just don't know which one. Okay. But the night is over. Go to bed. Okay. This might be one of my long. I don't know. But thank y'all for being around here, y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow all the shit, y'all. Y'all know all the shit, all the stuff, do all the things, okay? And I will talk to y'all. You know what? I'm gonna try to come live tomorrow because I do have a few topics I did not do today. I was trying to get done with the live in 3 hours, and it turned into 4. So because I know I have stuff to do, I will probably be live tomorrow at 9 something. I just won't have I may not have a thumbnail tomorrow, but I'll come talk to y'all tomorrow, and then I cannot come to y'all Thursday or Friday. I love y'all. I gotta go. Bye.